Good morning. Stream Deck's broke. That's nice. Uh, oh. It's me, though. Why? Why are you broken? You're still broken. You're just not gonna you're just not gonna work today. Okay. Yeah, we just don't have Stream Deck today, so that's good. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I think of Chip in moments like this. I love technology. Fuck! Anyways, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Happy fucking Saturday. I hate when shit's broken. Fuck. This is gonna be fun. There's an electronic uprising. My damn heater suddenly died yesterday. It's the end days. Oh my god. Thank you. Nameless resub while I was fucking running the ad. You sneaky fucks. First off, Nameless, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an AS Swings 45 months. Fucking Cocky with 46 months.
Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an AS Swings. Both of you go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. At least this is working. Ha-ha! Take your joy.
Did you take your joy today?
Thank you.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as
Have a beautiful shower, love. My hair looks like, dude, I slept in wet hair like a moron. And here we are. I didn't just roll out of bed, but this is definitely bed hair. 100%. Yeah. I woke up a bit ago, but like, I just don't. Effort in this is just not, it's not a priority these days. I'm just trying to not be snotty 24/7, really. Oh, fun news though. We did tests last night and both of us tested negative for COVID. So we're like, we don't have it anymore. Just still feel like shit. So that's exciting. Yay! I took extra joy. Good. Allow yourself to be pet. Do I still have that on here?
Did you take?
No.
I've got.
No. No.
Sorry.
No.
Penetrate that asshole.
I've got that one. Beat the fucking. Yeah, it's just mine's. I mean, I blew. I feel like I've talked about this way too much. It's disgusting. But like, I just honestly don't understand where all the shit comes out of my face. Like, I blew my nose for probably a good 30 minutes this morning. Just like, it just keeps coming and coming and it never stops. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it coming from? Because my face doesn't look extra big in the morning or anything, but wild. Beat the fucking vid. I just had my makeup, therapy, Katie, and holy shit. Oh my god. Yay! Oh, you like your new therapist? Was it that much of a difference between that one and the old one? Really? Yay. It just keeps coming, seriously. It's like a hose. Like, I blow my nose, and all of a sudden I have to blow it again, and it just keeps going and going and going, and that's how I spend my morning. And it's just like makeup and, doing my hair just feels superfluous when you're just dumping infection out of your face constantly. Dude, I honest to God, when he said makeup therapy, I straight up thought he was doing therapy with makeup. I 100% thought the exact same thing. Glad I'm not alone in that. I left my bong in the fucking kitchen. I cleaned it. God damn it. Dude, sheepy. No, still feel like shit, but we tested negative last night. So at least I know I don't actively have the virus anymore. It's just this long shit is bad. I hate this. This is not to be fucked with. This is the shit. But we did a little test last night and test negative finally. So I can go to the post office at least. Not feel like I'm gonna kill anybody. Yeah, Fox, what the fuck is that? It's like, it's honestly kind of a phenomenon. You're just like, why? How does it keep coming out? Where does it keep coming from? I had a bad tickle in my right nostril the other day. I ended up sticking a Q-tip up there, and that fixed it. And hey, I mean, what are you gonna do? It just takes exactly. My body just feels so fatigued. Like the weirdest, like not. I guess it's not weird, but like the strangest symptom of this like COVID shit is that I just never feel rested, and I hate that. I'm really tired, like all the time. Like I go to sleep, I sleep 7 to 8 hours, wake up just exhausted, and that sucks. I would like that to stop. I'm just fucking tired, and my voice and shit is gross. But other than that, it's not. At least I'm not fucking. My hair looks insane. I need a haircut so bad. And I made homemade soup. let's say that fixed it. I'm magic that way. I low-key frightened today. I've had a weird leg soreness, and of course, looking it up gave me DVT results, and now my whole body's sore, and I'm just coming down with a sickness. Oh, you got a icky. That was honestly the first symptoms of this COVID shit for me was body soreness, and it was unreal. Like, it felt like growing pains that there was no relief. Like, laying down in bed didn't relieve them, stretching didn't relieve them, nothing. And then the next day I was sick as fuck. I'm COVID chic today. I'm alive. Like, I'm just grateful to be alive and not be completely dead to the world anymore. That's all I care about, really. Nate, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings. I appreciate you. That is a long fucking time. Jesus. My mom makes Thai chicken soup with pork balls, the fixins with roasted garlic, pickled peppers. Yes. First time in 20 years or so, I had it on vacation because I got sick. It actually made me feel better and recover almost instantly. I thought I was remembering it as more hyperbole. No. Dude, I will stand by this until I die. I think pho is magic. I don't know what is magic about it, but pho heals things, and it's just another kind of soup. But I remember when I was in college, I got mono real bad, and a friend of mine was like, "I'm gonna get you pho, and this is gonna clear your face out," and it healed me. I swear to God, it was like fucking life force being poured into my body. And ever since then, whenever I get sick, I get pho and just like dump sriracha in it, and it works. I don't know what it is. It really does help. My hair's like that, but a bit longer and all brown. But since I look like a big caveman, I think I can kind of get away with it. Man, I don't. I hate my hair texture. I normally like burn the fuck out of it. I just don't. I literally don't have any energy to do anything to myself. Bathing is difficult, so here we are. But I can't stand it. It's too big. Fuzz great. Honestly, Nate, though, I don't know what the name of it is. You might know because your mom makes Thai chicken soup. But when we were in Thailand, there was like a breakfast soup. I don't know what the fuck it was, but everywhere we went, they had this breakfast soup, and it was like basically this kind of spicy broth with rice in it and chicken sometimes. I think about that soup on a regular basis. Like weirdly, like I'll just have a moment where I'm like, I really fucking want to go back to Thailand and just have that soup. And it was like breakfast soup, like borderline free soup. Was it congee? I don't know. It was like they'd have it in a big old crock pot and you would just ladle it out, but it was just rice and chicken and then this really rich broth. And it was just so fucking good. And I don't understand why the rest of the world doesn't open up to soup for breakfast. Because what a fucking, I mean, it's just such a good warm bowl of wonder. Fun chicken soup or cure-alls, they really are. What the fuck is it? I was just gonna say pho is the way to go for sickness. Pho really helps. Pho's my favorite hangover soup. Yes. Good morning, Solipsis. Yeah, I swear, it's the shit. I don't get it. I've never tried pho with barbecue meats. Pho Q, it's called. Is it really a real thing? No. Yes, squeaky. I'm out of a migraine. I've had a migraine for the past like 4 days. Like this, and I know it's just all this COVID post shit, but man, I feel like death. And I know I kind of look like death. So I like to remind people I'm not dying. Well, that I'm aware of. Jock, is that really what it is? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Is that how you say it? It's so fucking good. That's it. It's Thai congee. Shut up. It is. You were both right. You're both right. Yeah, rice porridge. Oh, it's a porridge. Okay, yeah. That stuff was so tasty. It was so savory and delicious. It's very similar. Yeah, it says it's literally Thai congee. So essentially, it's probably like just the Thai version. But man, honestly, Thailand is one of the best places for food I've ever been in my life. Thinking back on it, just like the cheapest, most like, I don't know, like street food is better than any, five-star meal you're going to get in America. It's just the food is just phenomenal. I have some instant joke. It's not as good. Having the extra things to put in it helps. I mean, I want to make it now. I'm saving that Google up as long as my tabs don't. My tabs have been just wildfire crashing all morning. I have no idea what's going on. I did not restart my computer. I didn't do anything. But that's why music was skipping a bunch earlier. Like my tabs are just. I don't know what it is. Firefox is having a heart attack. Wait, you can do it with cream of wheat? Thai food's my favorite, but it was my favorite before I went to Thailand. I loved Thai food, and, like, correct me if I might just have a really basic American palate, but I feel like Thai food is one of the few, like, I don't know, ethnic dishes, I guess you could say, that they do like, how do I say this? The food I had in Thailand tasted exactly the same as the food I had in Thai restaurants in America. Like, they're not American, like, other than less spicy, like, it was so legit. In Thailand, I went to Bangkok, Phuket, and Chiang Mai, which was my absolute favorite. Chiang Mai was fucking phenomenal. It was amazing. I highly suggest you go to Thailand. Like, the flight will put you under, but like 30 baht is a dollar, I think, right now, the exchange. The exchange rate's so ridiculous. Like, I was staying in five-star hotels for 75 cents a night with a personal butler. Like, it's so inexpensive once you get there. It's just getting there is really expensive. I'm off to watch a few episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. Oh my god, yes. Oh, I have to go get my bong, but then I will cheers with you. I will post cheers. I left it in the fridge, in the fridge, in the kitchen. Cream of wheat is porridge, if I'm remembering correctly. What is cream of wheat? Like, like what is it? Just like crumbled? Is it like ground up wheat? What is it? Basics are delicious. It's very true. I actually didn't really like Bangkok. I love to bang a cock, but Bangkok itself was a little chaotic. It's a very, very busy city. A lot of people. Like, it's crazy. It was the first place I went, so I had, like, the energy to put into it, but if Bangkok would have been my last stop, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much just because it was really exhausting getting around anywhere. So many people. Oh, you went to Chiang Mai and Bangkok? Oh my god. That was seriously Spronty, no shit. We went Great as Nate, his sub is like the amount of time it's been since I was in Thailand. No shit. Great as Nate and I were in Thailand at the same time and never ran into each other, and then like connected on Twitch afterwards, and we found out we were both in Thailand, like literally at the Lantern Festival at the same time. It was so weird. But what has it been, like 4 or 5 years now? It was I want to say it was the fall before COVID hit. It's been so long, but God, it was amazing. It was Chiang Mai was so beautiful. Like, I got to go to an elephant refuge, which is where, like, the people of Chiang Mai, they do not own the elephants, they guard them. They protect the elephants that live in the jungles of Chiang Mai in Thailand so that people don't poach them. And, we didn't ride elephants. Like, there's a lot of people see people go to Thailand and then they go ride an elephant. That is torture. They are literally slamming those elephants in the ankles with hooks, like metal barbed hooks. We didn't do that. We went to the place where they rescue those elephants and you just get to go be with them. And if the elephants choose to interact with you, you're good. But like, I had a baby elephant try to roll on top of me. Like, when in your life will a baby elephant just walk out of the jungle at you and try to roll on top of you like a dog? Chiang Mai. Amazing. I know I need to get my fucking bong. It's a weekend. I really recently started experimenting with African food, and oh my god, Africans think we have comfort food. All lies. Dude, I had Ethiopian food one time, and it was some of the best shit I've ever eaten in my life. I really think eating with your hands is underrated. Chiang Mai over New Year's is crazy because they sell all these, like, back alley bullshit fireworks that barely make it above the houses. Oh my god. No thank you. Dude, when I went, it was I can't remember Nate, you might remember. What was the festival, the Lantern Festival? Like, I thought it was a New Year's festival, but it was was it in November? I fucking cannot remember. It's been too long now. But the Lantern Festival, I don't remember what it was for. But if you've ever seen, like, what's that Disney movie? Tangled, when they like set the lanterns into the sky. Literally, that's exactly what goes down in Thailand. Like, it's thousands of these huge paper uh lanterns being lit with candles inside of them into the sky, and we were watching them, like, wrap around trees, land on people's houses, because there's just people are just lighting them in the street and just pushing them off into the sky, and if there's not any wind, they just roll over, but I never saw any fires. There's gotta be fires that happen though, right? Like, it's just a fucking, like, puck of flame inside this dried up piece of tissue paper in the sky. Loy Krathong, what do you know what they're celebrating? I remember what we did. Like, I remember you like, it's wishes into the sky, and then we did the little, what was it? It was, I think it was sugarcane discs that you, like, put all the flowers and stuff in, and then you send them off in the river. We did that as well. It was amazing. Oh my god, Kelty, how are you doing, my love? That's actually on purpose. Thailand goes gastro diplomacy. It's why, although the Thai population in the US is pretty small, Thai restaurants are like top 5 in terms of numbers. Every other top 5 were brought over because of ethnic groups bringing their food. It's legit. Like, I remember we went there and literally took a cooking class, like a Thai cooking class, and learned how to make pad Thai from scratch. And when I tasted it, I was like, "Oh my god, it tastes exactly like pad Thai at home." Like, they really legit stay true to their food, which I respect. Like, I love that. Don't give in to the American nonsense. Like, make us eat your food. It's really good. Basically, yeah, cream of wheat is an American brand of farina, a type of breakfast porridge mix made from wheat middlings. Okay, so yeah, it's like not flour. Like, they don't make it into flour. It's like a thicker ground. It looks similar to grits, but it's smoother in texture since it's made with ground wheat kernels instead of ground corn. So it's basically like grits. Then, yeah, dude, our chat is very well traveled, and I fucking love it. About now, actually, which is so weird. The elephant situation was so, I mean, it's the experience is phenomenal, Migrants. Like, you obviously pay, and you go to this, you get bussed up into the jungle where this group of people live to protect and guard the elephants and make sure no one's like poaching them or stealing them or trying to ride them or whatever. And you're basically given some rules. Like, you're given, I still have my shirt. Actually, they give you like it's not a poncho, but it's a shirt that essentially is made in Thailand by them with bamboo fibers that you're supposed to wear with a bathing suit under it. You don't wear any of your street clothes or anything like that. You don't bring anything into the jungle with you because you don't want the elephants to grab it and eat it or something. And you don't want your human smell on you. And then these people just walk you into the jungle, and all of a sudden there's a fucking herd of elephants. And they have no fear because they're protected. So they just walk up to you. Like, they literally shove their babies at people, and the babies come over and play with you. But the guys, like, I remember the Thai people were like, you have to be careful because the babies are 500 pounds. And if they roll on top of you, they will snap your leg in half. And they want to, like, they want to play. They're like dogs. It was hilariously weird. But we got to make them their medicine ball. Essentially, it's like a bunch of vitamins and stuff, powdered vitamins and stuff ground up and put into like this pulp that you make into a big ball. It kind of looks like elephant shit, actually. It's like a big ball of it, and we got to go put it in their mouth, like their weird little mouth. Oh my god. It was amazing. It was just, and then you just get to lay out by the river while elephants just play in the river. I mean, it was a once in a lifetime kind of experience. It was one of those things like, please go to Chiang Mai, support these people, give them money to protect the elephants. Holy shit. Who needs to fucking ride an elephant when a baby elephant comes up and wants to play with you? Like, I'd take that any fucking day. Any fucking day. Unfortunately, this is when I was still in the church, and the church scheduled a trip, and I didn't realize the elephant place. I was out when it was one of the mistreated elephants. I wish I'd known about that at the time. Spronty, honestly, we do the best we can, right? If you don't know, you don't know. The only reason I know about all that bullshit with elephants, my little sister Sarah, is elephants are like her spirit animal. She's loved them since day one. She loves elephants, so she's in the know heavily. So she taught me all about like the difference of the two types of elephant things you can go to. And we obviously wanted to see elephants, but I am not going to support that because I know about it. But if you don't know about it, it doesn't make you a bad person. You didn't know. You know now, and you wouldn't do it again, and that makes you good. Thanks, Vile. I slept with wet hair again. God damn it. Kelsey, I mean, I don't know if this helps or not, but I still cry about Millie, and it's been 2 years. I think they're just a part of our soul forever, and we get used to their absence. We don't necessarily get over it. You know? It's the worst. I hate it. It sucks, but I feel like I still miss her all the time. It's so spicy. Man up, dude. I love spicy food. Loy Krathong is mainly to mark the end of the rainy season, the start of the cool season. It's based on the lunar calendar, I think. That actually sounds really familiar. I think you're right. My sister said she understood how national cuisine changed around the world when she ate Chinese food in India. Oh, that's bizarre. I'd love to go to India one day. No shit, Loy Krathong literally means to make a basket float. Did you get to do the little floaters? That was really special. I don't know if we would have been able to do that had we not. We went, my mom, my sister, no, it was me, my mom, and a couple other nurses that we were traveling with. We went and got Thai massages, like, like legit, they walk on your back kind of massages. Those are real. They have them all over Thailand and they're amazing. And we all went in and we like got stepped on and stomped on and shit. And when we were leaving, there was all these like older Thai ladies at the front of the store who obviously didn't work there. They were like the mothers or something like that. And they were all sitting around a table and they had stacks of sugarcane discs like cut out of the sugarcane trunk. And they were sitting there like stabbing banana leaves into them and flowers and all this beautiful stuff. And they like just looked at us and said a bunch of Thai stuff and did this. And we came over and they taught us how to make them. And then, like, I guess one of the husbands, like just this little old Thai man was like, do you want to see a secret place by the river where you can set those off? And we were like, please don't kill us. Yes. And he took us in a van down to the secret river. We got to walk down this secret trail to where there was no people, but you could see all the lanterns like lifting up over the sky and you could see other little floaters going down the stream. And we got to sit there and set our little things off. It was magic. Thailand is pure magic, just FYI, if that's not clear. Mogrins, it was incredible. It's true. They truly are sentient. Like, elephants are wildly intelligent. My mom's a tiny Thai woman. One of the elephants really liked her, and we were worried they'd steal her away. That was literally, like, we had the same issue. Like, these baby elephants kept wanting to roll on top of us, and I was like, I'm kind of at this point where I would accept a broken leg to be snuggled. Like, just roll on me. It's fine. I'm fine with it. Good morning, Kel. Sarah is awesome. It's without an H, though, by the way. She will kill you if you ever spell her name with an H. I know you don't know. I'm just informing you. Like, I think her Instagram is literally Sarah without an H. That's her Instagram name. She takes it very personal. Jeffrey, how are you? Speaking of spice, I should oh my god, Dune is so good. They're free on Kindle Unlimited right now. If you have Kindle Unlimited, all the Dune books are on there. Well, free. It's Kindle Unlimited. They're on Kindle Unlimited. So are the Sandman books, all of them. At least she's with Millie, and both might be sitting on my grandma's lap having sweet naps and such. Yes, and Link is at their feet. I firmly believe that. Link is at their feet, and there's a fireplace, and they have eternal snuggles for all of time, and they're probably so happy, but we will miss them. Like, I'm sure you've heard it before, Kelty, but there's a quote. I think it's from Winnie the Pooh. I think. And it's something along the lines of how terrible it is to love something death can touch. Or something like that. It's so hard. Someone said this to me when Millie passed in chat. I can't remember who said it, but they said, grief is just love with nowhere to go. And that it helped a little. I don't know. It made me understand, like, the just pain of loss a little bit more and helped me, like, put that energy somewhere else as opposed to just being fucking sad all the time. Thai food really does have taste similar mostly. Obviously, getting in Thailand makes it more fresh since the special stuff doesn't have to be exported. So it's basically more flavor and spicy. I thought the flavors were just phenomenal. Everything I had in Thailand was just so good. The fruit smoothies. Do you remember that? Like every block, I guess they don't have blocks, but every like block there would be a little stand where someone would just have stacks of fresh tropical fruit behind them and they would make fresh fruit smoothies for like $1. Like a huge like passion fruit smoothie or whatever. They just make you just give them. It was crazy. They were everywhere. I ate so much delicious fruit when I was in Thailand. Dude, I fucking love libraries. Actually, someone just told me yesterday there's an app you can get called Libby where you can rent out shit from your local library like on your iPad or whatever. I'm gonna get it. I'm excited. A lot of people don't know about stuff like that, like cub petting. Yes. I think a lot of people got enlightened by that stupid tiger man. Fortunately, it was recently made illegal, but places in the US would breed. Oh, they made it illegal? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Did they really? Nuh-uh. Oh my god, that literally gives me fucking nuh-uh. They made it illegal? Oh my god. Very specifically, I watched the first season of that tiger show. Do not watch it. Do not give those people attention. They're all evil pieces of shit. People in America should not be owning tigers. What the fuck? That, oh god, I can't remember the names of the characters anymore, but there was one dude in there who was, like, notorious for the cub petting. And essentially what they do is they breed their tigers to get babies, so people pay to take pictures of the babies, and as soon as the babies are too big, they incinerate them. They fucking incinerate tigers, baby tigers. And it's like a mill of baby tigers just to take pictures of people and then they kill them. It is people like that. The doc dude, yep. That fucker. Fucking I mean, the special places in hell, right? Same, Kelty, hard same. 66 hours? Jesus Christ, Vile. And a bro, the past will kill you if you forget the age. I mean, I get it. I get it. You remember when I told you that story of that fucking, some department store employee, like, I don't know if they still do this. I haven't shopped in person in years. But when you went to a changing room or something, they'd be like, "What's your name?" and write it on the door. And then every 5 minutes come by and be like, "Hey, Katie, how you doing? You want a different size?" And this guy was like, "What's your name, Katie? Do you spell it with a K or a C?" And I was like, "A K." Go into the dressing room. When I came out, I looked at the door and he spelled my name like CaightY or something. And I was like, "Bro, did you have a fucking seizure?" Like, I have the most basic fucking American name other than Jessica that you can possibly have. How did you get so creative? What the tit? Amanda, Libby works. I'm very excited for Libby. I'm going to get that. We did get to do the lanterns, but it helps to have family and a local guide. And although I speak Thai, it's pretty bad. Unfortunately, one of my Thai friends basically saved us several times in Thailand. We had a flight issue and almost got separated. Oh, fuck. She passed away. Oh. The other one's in hospice with stage 4 cancer. Fuck that. Fuck cancer. The local Thai temple in NC has a huge festival to celebrate her life, and she was the guest of honor. Oh, I really hope they can get to Thailand before she passes. That is so sad. Have you ever bitten your tongue so hard it left a bruise? I bit my tongue so hard I got a blood blister on it. Yes. Get some pho. Vile, do it. One of the characters, Carol Baskins, actually lobbied against private care of wild cats. Oh my god. The person that all of those shithead dudes were trying to make out to be the bad guy, that was the Carol person, right? They were all like, yeah, she definitely killed her husband. She is the one who turned it all around and made it so people can't own cats. I'm gonna go get, hold on. One moment. This calls for celebration. I didn't have my little bong. That makes me so happy. Seriously, like the fact that they tried to make her out to be the worst person in the world and she's the one that went after them for that just is everything. That makes me so happy. No shit. They actually showed her at one point in DC talking to to one of the judiciary committees. Good. Thank fuck. I love tigers, and I'm pretty sure most of us, our child heart says, "Oh, please give me a baby tiger. I will be a goddess with my tiger. We will lay together in front of fireplaces and be intimidating and sexual." But our common sense self says, "No, that's bad." But you can't assume common sense. I've learned that that's a really hard lesson as an adult. You can never assume intelligence. Grief. Oh, this is the quote. Good morning, Zintek. Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all the love you want to give but cannot. All of that unspent love gathers in the corners of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and in the hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love with no place to go. Boosh. Thank you, Viata. That quote is powerful. Where's my lighter? Carol Baskin is actually an amazing person. She's shutting down her facility now because they succeeded and their services will no longer be needed. Good. That's amazing. And I'm honestly a little disappointed in myself that I didn't see that coming with how how that little, do you even call it a documentary? I don't fucking know. That Tiger show portrayed her. Like they literally just made fun of her nonstop for liking cats. Jamie Anderson. I'm going to write that down. Jamie Anderson. I love that quote. It's just like, it makes sense of it because grief is just the worst. Bloody, what is the shit? What is it? Jamie Anderson. Thank you for looking that up. I appreciate you. What sucks is that I did a quick Google search of the grief quote and it seems a lot of stupid religious sites are quoting it. Of course they are. I mean, what like personality trait defines the religious more so than picking and choosing and, stuff. It's the worst. Cheers. We're celebrating. I'm so happy. No one should be owning tigers. Like, even if those tigers were being taken care of, like, you know what I mean? Even if they weren't being incinerated as babies or whatever, I still don't think people should have tigers. It's what the fuck? Shouldn't have a wolf. Like, what are we doing? There's so many like animals in shelters that need an owner, and people are like, I think I'm gonna get a tiger. Ugh. Karen, good morning. Cheers. I don't know what strain this is. Good morning, Kendo. Is it Veterans Day today? Is it really? How did I not know that? Happy Veterans Day, and thank you so much, all of you, for your service. Dude, our Ents are the shit. Hell yeah. Cheers to the Ent wives. Isn't this precious? It's from Hemper. It's their little, they have a larger version, but this is it's the crystal ball, I guess. It's my only bong left that hasn't broke. But honestly, it's a really good bong because it's really heavy. Like this is like solid glass on the bottom, so it's almost impossible to tip over, which is incredible if you're like me and you talk with your hands a lot. Right, Kendo? Yeah. All of the big cat all the big cat rescue tigers are now at Turpentine Creek in the Ozarks, where they treat their animals so incredibly well. It's a fantastic ending. Oh my god, they get like a retirement home. I'm so happy. That makes me happy. I mean, their lives may have been terrible, but at least they get a good end, right? God, that's sad. Animals deserve so much more than what people we just yeah. My veteran's still in bed, and when he gets up, I'll tell him it's Veterans Day, and then I'll tell him you said happy V Day. Thank you. Give him a hug for me if he wants one consensually, of course. I'm very, very grateful to people who can be in the military because I know for a fact my personality would not work there, even if I wanted to. My tabs have been crashing. They load, but they just crash. Like all morning, the music was just crashing on us, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. They're just I don't know. Like they literally just not like the browser doesn't shut down, but they do the crash thing where you just get that stupid crash report message. I don't I don't know what to do. It's just like it's a constant. Some days it's worse, some days it's not. I don't understand it. None of it makes sense. But I got the link you put up. I'm just waiting for it to buffer. Hopefully it works. We don't. I agree. Animals are better. I mean, better than people. Animals, they're just. I don't know. I love them. I actually haven't tried reinstalling my browser. Not in a very long time. I have before, but I haven't. Maybe I'll try that. Oh my god, Rod, wouldn't that be a nice gift for you to like fix your sister's computer while she's in the hospital? Do that. Perfect. Like get her PC all fucking running and when she gets out be like, "Okay, so I fixed this for you." I need to upgrade my I would love. If I could upgrade my memory in my own head, holy shit. I wish. Overdroid. How are you, Android love? One of the two people that wrote that book I gave you is a veteran. Oh my god, that's by by my bed. I got to remember to read that. I find I usually have like 5 books going at a time, and I forgot that that's the one I wanted to start for my bedroom. Thank you for reminding me. Where's my grinder? Just kidding. Don't we all, dude? All the time. It's so weird because, like, I went to college for an exceptionally long period of time, in my opinion, too long. And that stuff, like all my medical training and science training, hard burned. Like, that is burned into my skull forever. And I don't, like, I have haunting dreams about medicine and shit like that. But, like, like phone numbers, addresses, like vital information I just need for daily day to day shit. I think I'm literally out of room. Like my body just squishes shit out at this point. Good morning, Gorg. How are you? Gorgrod is clearly trying to shove the whole PC up his rectum. I mean, there is no try, there is only do. Ooh, dude, fuck yeah, Val. I'm excited. I mean, it's hard to find good books. We were talking about this the other day. Like, I try to find books where the author has a lot of books written or they have a series or something like that because it sucks when you find an author you love and they have one book. You finish it and you're like, fuck, I invested in you, motherfucker. Do something. Drives me nuts. He did what? Exactly. Welcome to the Neurospicy gutter village. I don't know what would you call this? Island? Me too, Mogrins. I've hard agree. I didn't hate school. I hated being punished for not being the student that teachers assume that everyone can be. I don't know how to put that. Like, I would go to class every day, I'd do all my homework, write all the papers, fail a test. But then if I went to my teacher's office, like my professor's office, I could do the test and get a straight A's. Get an A if I did it verbally. Like if she fed me the question. Like it's test taking is my curse. I hate it so much. It just made me feel so stupid. But I know I'm not stupid. Like I went on to get my medical license and work at Johns Hopkins. I know I'm not stupid. But my whole life, I was pretty much treated like I was stupid. Like you fail a test and your teacher's look at you like, you didn't study, you didn't do your homework, you're a piece of shit. And you're like, oh, actually, I lived in the library. Like I haven't slept in 7 days. What's food? Please don't be an asshole to me. I tried, but they don't believe you because you failed. It's just a school was just like a constant bat over the head, like, oh, you're doing what everybody else is, but you're gonna fuck up anyways. Fucked up. Me too. Oh, I overworked the fuck out of myself. All my friends would have extracurriculars. Like they joined clubs and they went to parties, and I was like, I'm living in the library. I don't know how anyone's pulling off doing anything else. Because I'm living in the library, living and breathing school, and I pulled C's. Barely. Like, I was a strong C student. Strong. But I know I'm not stupid. Like, when I look at my life, I'm like, no, you can't be. You don't get a job at Johns Hopkins, stupid. But if you looked at my transcripts, you'd be like, what a fuck. Berserker, good morning, love. Tests are stupid. I fucking hate them. Me too. That's my exact problem, Bezbelly. I never trust my instinctual first response, and then I second guess myself. And I could walk through a test and look at all the wrong answers, and you could see where I marked the right answer first, and then overthought it and second guessed myself. I'd have no confidence in myself when it comes to that. And I just sit there and I'll read. I convince myself I'm wrong. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Good morning, Kills. How are you, love? Vex, honestly, once I got on ADD medication, that greatly assisted in just like going into a test and leaving my first answer alone. I don't know. It's like it stopped me from doing that panic cyclic thinking that would make me start like redoing my answer over and over, or like short answer questions. I would write a novel because I was like, I'm just gonna vomit everything I know just in case. I don't know what you want because you didn't tell me. So here's everything. Like it was insane. Like I would just overdo it because I didn't like, I don't know what you want. I learned life would be better with a lot of people, I agree. I learned to go into tests letting the chips fall where they may, knowing I usually knew enough. Yeah. It takes a lot to get that, though. Or the questions were worded weird, my autistic ass didn't know what they meant. I never know what they mean. I felt like the dumb kid in the class, because during the test, I'd have to get up 7 times to go to the front of the class and ask the professor, like, what do you mean? What do you want? And half the time, I swear to you, they'd look at me and go, yeah, that is worded kind of terribly. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, I'm paying you $5,000 for this class. Can you word your questions better? Did a TA write them? This is at my detriment. Like, I'm paying for this. What the fuck? It was infuriating. Like, it literally drives you a little crazy. Migrants, I really did think I was stupid until I got to college and had a few professors sit me down. Like, a math professor, no shit. Like, one of my math professors watched me. It's weird. I can't even explain to you what happened because I literally blacked out. But like, sit down for a test. She handed out the test, and I just like for 60 minutes, and then the class was over, and she watched me. She held me after class, and she was like, "I think you should go see the school psychologist. Like, I think something's going on. Like, you've got something with tests because I know you're not stupid. You come to class every day and you answer questions and you do your homework, like shit like that." And I went to the school psychologist, and within like 5 minutes, she just started cackling, saying, "I'm sending you to a professional immediately, and medication, et cetera, et cetera." And here I am. Like, it took someone just investing in me for one moment, just like looking at me, as opposed to just looking at my test scores and being like, "What a fuck up." That's all it took. Amazing, amazing. What up, Wolfie? How are you, love? Thank you. I figured out that that didn't help things. The struggle to not overthink is real. How do you even do it? I always passed the tests where we had to stand in front of the class and tell what we knew. I memorized everything. Me too. Verbally, I could talk about a subject all day, but like the moment I'm silent and have to put pen to paper, the information was gone. Or I just thought I was wrong. Like, I would keep reading the question over and over and over and convince myself they were looking for something different every single time I read the question on a test for anything. It was just crazy. I remember it so clearly. I felt very crazy. Shitty phrasing is fucked up. I mean, it feels like sabotage. It takes one person, seriously, it really does. It's amazing. And then I was getting A's. I mean, literally, like, math was very much a struggle for me. Like, I can't hold we talked about this the other day, like, I can't hold numbers in my head for some reason. And Kills' child does the same thing, so does Kills. We were talking just because we were talking about this the other day. I know this thing, but when I do a math problem, my brain gets the answer before I can write out all the work. Like, my brain gets there. My brain is faster than my body can ever move. And so I would oftentimes not have all the work to get to the answer, and then they'd mark it wrong because they're like, "I don't know how you got that answer. I can't give you credit for it." And I'm like, my brain is a tiger beetle. I don't know how I got it either. Please stop punishing me for this." Like, it was maddening. Kino, is it working again? Twitch was being weird yesterday. It's amazing what being perceived can do sometimes for a student. It is wild. And it was because I was in a smaller. It wasn't like a 101 class, you know? Like, unfortunately, I think every single state school is like this, but if you're in one of the 101 series of classes, like Chem 121, 122, 123, something like that, usually you're in an auditorium with hundreds of kids, so it's bar impossible for your professor to literally have eyes on every single student. Thankfully, this was a upper level math class because I was going chemistry, and so it was like 20 kids, and I was sitting in the front because I'm blind, so she saw me. I was pretty much the opposite. I could study the night before a test and remember things long enough to do good on a test you know what's crazy, cynical? I learned I do better that way. Like, I don't know if it's a joke, but I see memes about people with ADHD and procrastination all the time, all over the internet, on any internet thing. And it's usually like, it'll be like a professor, like, "Now don't procrastinate till the last night." And the next panel is an ADHD person, like, "Oh yeah, bitch." And I had to teach myself, don't start the paper 2 weeks early. Do it 2 nights before. Because I'd get an A versus a C. Because if I start it too early, I sit there and I rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it until it's not even on topic anymore. It's nothing. It's just like bullshit. It's bleh. But if I do it the night before, it's cohesive thoughts in a string that makes sense. I had to teach myself to do that though. Like, don't study weeks before. Study only a couple days before, because then the information's fresh and I haven't had time to fuck it up here yet. But the more time I give myself to fuck it up, I will. Because I'm scared. Because tests are scary. I don't know. Brains are stupid. But I had to teach myself, seriously, I do better if I procrastinate. I don't call it procrastination. It's just the way I function. I do better if I wait till the last minute. I think it's a combination of fresh information, but also the adrenaline and anxiety of the test being in 2 days makes stuff stick. You know, we learn, it's actually proven, we retain information at a much higher rate when we are uncomfortable. It's also Veterans Day. I just recognized the mind loop and learned that whatever I did, my first answer was usually right. It took medication for me to accept that. Like, I knew it, but I couldn't get myself to do it. It's so fucking weird. It's like having another person in the back of your head running the controls, and you're up front being like, "No, stop! Don't do that! No!" You know what I'm saying? It's very I hate it so much. I had a hard time with word problems and stuff, so I couldn't understand those type of questions in critical thinking. I still to this day have a really hard time with word problems. I was just talking about this the other day on stream. It's embarrassing, but the one like word problem slash math problem that still to this day haunts me and I have a really hard time with is find the shortest distance between point A and point B. I hate them. Like at a certain point, I just go to my professor. I'm like, why do I need to know that distance though? I hate them. They sound and look like they should be fucking just a rote, an easy memorized equation you would put in there, an algorithm or something like that, and you would just put it in and figure it out. No, never is, never. I hate it so much. Oh, stage and everyone's getting sick right now. I'm so sorry, Honeybean. Like literally the last 2 days, people have been coming in chat being like, "Man, my whole body's just got this nasty muscle soreness," and I'm like, "We're turning into the petri dish again." I hope you get over it fast, Honeybean. Geometry was so bad. I don't know what it is. I was terrible at geometry. And I feel like as an artist, someone who like revels in art and making things and creating and I'm measuring things all the time and I feel like that should be something I kind of flourished in and it was so bad. I did horribly in geometry. I don't know why. Like it was really really hard conceptually for my brain to wrap around. I don't know why. No shit, because it's physical. It's math art. Migrants. I thought the same. Why it never worked. I could not do it. I think it was remembering proofs. It was memorizing proofs. All that bullshit just drove me nuts. I couldn't do it. I don't have like that memorization ability. I did a final that was supposed to take a week and a 12-hour sprint on the last day and got a B. Been there. Been there, done that. It works. I mean, like it's kind of like I relate it to, you know, how like the world is like breakfast is the most important meal of the day and everyone should be eating 3 times a day or you should eat every 30 minutes or blah 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 blah. Like there's all these like like unwritten rules that we kind of just accept because everyone says it all the time. Like the more you study, the better you're going to do. Like study for days and days and days, start your paper 3 months early. But for some like it's I think it's really ignorant to generalize human brains like that, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're all humans, but our brains are so fucking different. You cannot generalize that way. Like, to some people, 3 months early might be great. To some of us, it's an F. Like, we will literally bend ourselves over dry. It's terrible. Shut the fuck up. Professor, don't procrastinate till the last second, me with ADHD. From the Batman cartoon? I never watched it. I think I actually looked for the logic behind the course teacher's reasoning, and my parents and siblings are actually helpful. Lucky. Ensville is alive! Barely, but we're getting there. I'm not sick and you plague monkeys better keep your cooties. Don't let anyone touch you. Proofs are the shit, right, Vex? Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Geometry's the only best I ever got an A in, and that was the one I did the worst. I got like barely C's in geometry. I was real bad. I don't know why. Like it really just the conceptually did not stick with me. So many people that went to TwitchCon and Blizzard that are all getting COVID or at least really sick. Really, I only knew one other person that tested positive for COVID out of my like big group of people I was hanging out with. Only one other person, but we were pretty safe and we were all like hand sanitizing, and, you know, not making out. I also get annoyed with making references when doing research papers. Tell me about it. Like, what way do you want them out of the 75 ways to drop references in this paper? How do you want it, for fuck's sake? Jesus Christ. That shit was insanity. The more I study, the more I forget, actually. Like, when you try to remember a dream, very much so. Yeah, I feel like I'm the same. Or I start to, like, teach myself the wrong things. Jenny has wait. Jenny has 3 bananas. If Kenny believes in aliens and does yoga on a Sunday, how many pig hearts will Dick Cheney need to live to 95? It's 42. Is that it? Thank you, Ends. It's not. It's honestly, it's not bad anymore. Like, I'm just really tired all the time. That's probably the most annoying part. My energy is like, but I don't have a fever. We tested negative yesterday, actually. We did tests last night, and both of us tested negative. So thank fuck for that. It was in a Riddler episode? I don't know that one. Shut the fuck up, Vile. I never had to study in high school and I did fine. 4.2 GPA out of 5. When I got to college and told anyone I didn't know how to study, they called me stupid. I've never understood the concept of calling someone stupid because they don't know how to do something. What? I know! Ensville, seriously, so was I. Like, had I known, I wouldn't have worn the dress I wore. Like, I packed a couple, like, Vegas-y, like, sequency, sparkly dresses for the trip, because it's Vegas, why not? I would not have worn a dress if I had known. Like, I was pissed. I was a little sad about it, but the guy very seriously was like, the skin on your thighs will tear off on this dick. And I was like, okay. I would like the skin on my thighs. Thank you so much. That sucked. I know. I was pissed. I've still not gotten over COVID. When I got ill, I thought I might have caught it finally, but the tests say nope. Yeah, that's most people have told me the same thing, Stajan. Almost everybody that gets it just has like this overbearing fatigue and like cough and icky voice for quite some time afterwards. So I'm just, you know, barreling through it. I don't know what else to do. And they change it every fucking year. They do. They do. And your teacher will ask for one way and be like, no, that's not the way I want. And you're like, no, that's the way you said. And they're like, but you did your references page this way. So now you have to do your in paper citations this way. And I'm like, no, but you told me. I'm not going on into life writing papers. What the fuck? Co got sick. No shit. Katie, Towley, you and Zach, and I think Dan was sick too. No shit. I didn't know Co got really sick. Was it COVID? Did he test positive? Because we did hang out with Co. We hugged. Shit. All right, you got me there. I mean, the way I see it, going to Vegas during a convention the week before and during the building of the F1 thing, we were all basically dancing with the devil. Like, since COVID started, I've traveled many times internationally and not gotten COVID at all. I've been very, very, like, on it, mask, washing your hands, and shit like that. But we really did push thine boundaries, you could say, just by that whole, like, situation conglomerated together, you know what I mean? Yeah, ignorance is not the same. Like, being ignorant of something, like, not physically not knowing how to fucking do something doesn't make you stupid. What? That's just, yeah, people. My classmates always ask me how I got the answers, then I'd have to explain it all myself. I can explain it out loud, but I could never write it down. I still don't really know how to study, but I don't have any tests to take besides medical ones. I mean, what is studying other than just reading the material and then puking it up on a piece of paper? Like, for me, studying was reading that material 20,000 times over and over and over and over and over again, making flashcards and rote memorizing body parts. But it's different for everybody, right? Like, if you hear it one time and you remember how to do it, fuck it, dude. Don't waste your time. Yeah, you were literally called dumb for being too smart. The fuck? Good morning, October. How are you? Good morning, Katie. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. I got that COVID. Oh my God. Should we blame Co? We all got the COVID. That's funny. I didn't think of that. It's almost like people go to explore the world during the summer, get exposed to various things. Then when they cram into close quarters in the fall, they swap new germs. Weird. What? No. No, you're making too much sense. Get out of here. I fucking love Kimbra. I really wish she still made music. Her voice is beautiful. And I did it all the day before. I was I had to teach myself, though. I passed tests better that way. Like, in high school and then going into college, just being trained the way that, the teachers thought everybody needs to study to pass a test. Like, the moment something was assigned, even if it was 3 weeks out, I would start that night. And I failed. Like, I realized that the longer I give myself, the more likely I am to self-sabotage myself. Whereas if I give myself the day before the test, I don't have time. I don't have enough time to fuck the information up in my head, so it's fresh. I literally, remember what I saw on the page the next day. I had to teach myself that. So, The last part of college, I did really well. First part, I was still figuring out. That shit sucked. Yep, any sort of gatherings, gamble, no pun intended. And then we literally were in Vegas, which is literally like just tons of people all the time touching machines and dice together, and nothing's being washed off or hand sanitized. Like, it's filth. I survived through ASIN this past year and plan to attend in 2024. ASIN? What's that? What is that? What is ASIN? I know what Dragon Con is. I've always wanted to go to Dragon Con. What up, ghetto? Happy Saturday, honeybean. For me, studying is rewriting the material over and over and then reading it again before the test. Me too. And you know what I found out? I would rewrite stuff, and that helped a little bit. But what really, really helped me, and I'm sure this is very like specialized to what I was studying particularly, but drawing. So for instance, when I was like in anatomy and physiology or something and learning the body parts and the systems, drawing them while listening to recordings of my professor's lecture, like instead of just writing out, like the vagal nerve goes from the brain to the liver, and if you bear down, blah 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 blah, I would draw a liver, draw a brain, draw the nerve, and sit there and color them in like exceptionally well, like make it like an art piece while listening to the lecture. And then when I went to take the test, I would remember, like, oh, when I was drawing the pineal gland, this is what she was talking about in my ear. It was so weird, but I learned that I could do that. Like, words and numbers don't stick, but pictures and art and stuff do. It's so weird. Brains are weird. They're so weird. So interesting, but so fucking weird. Procrastination is a useful skill. Honestly, like, I think most people in medicine have some form or some spectrum of ADHD because we all tend to function better in a state of chaos, in a state of immediacy. We all get into a higher state, like a heightened state of mentalness. I don't know what to put that, like awareness. And you don't, I've never fucked up, knock on wood. Like, I am the clumsiest piece of shit. You guys see how much chaos just happens around me just with my computer going to bed at night, for fuck's sake. However, in the hospital, I was a fucking superhero, and there's something about that. We thrive. Like, there's a type of personality that freezes, and there's a type of personality that dives headfirst into the chaos, and that's medical professionals. Like, it's pretty wild. It's how we strengthen our immune systems. Can you imagine? Same with term papers, Katie? Papers that we had all semester to work on. I just vaguely thought about it now and then before starting to work on it on Friday afternoon. All our deadlines were Monday 6 a.m. or something like that, so I did it all over the weekend, submitted it not long before, no stress or anything. I had to teach myself to do that, but once I think I just did it on accident a few times and I would like it felt like a gamble. I was like, fuck, I forgot about this paper, gotta write it tonight, it's due tomorrow, and then I'd get a really good grade and be like, is there something to this, or was that a fluke? And then I tested it again, and it happened again, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god! Wasted so many hours of my life. Oh my god, I only got like 2 whore cards in Vegas, honestly, because all the construction, there really wasn't very many people just like hustling the streets, because the streets were all like bordered, were like chain link fenced off. They were turning most of the sidewalks into bleachers. It was weird because that F1 shit. Oh, it's an Illinois local anime con? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm completely unable to learn something out of books. I pay attention in class, and when a prof or teacher explained it well, I got it without any further study. Same. That's a couple of my professors finally started like recording their lectures and putting them online so we could listen to them towards the end of my degree, and that was amazing because I would sit there and listen to them and draw, and it stuck. But reading, I could read the same page over and over, but because it wasn't interesting to me, it wouldn't stick. Shit works because I got straight A's in the actual relevant classes in my bachelor. I did not great in the obligatory other shit with terrible teachers, but I mean, what are you gonna do? That's what they get for making us do GREs. Or what are they? GRU, General Education Requirements, GERs? I don't fucking remember. Every school has a different name for them. You know what I'm talking about. It is. I started I started doing flashcards with drawings on them instead of words. And it stuck. And I literally got an A in anatomy and physiology. I don't brag about things. I don't flex often, but that was amazing. And it was because I did pictures instead of words. And everybody was like, are you a child? And I was like, maybe. But I got a better grade than you. Fuck yourself. That's how I learned to tell an adipose cell from a squamous cell. I drew them. Literally, visual learning is real, and it's really underrated, I think. I think doodling really helps. I used to draw on the sides of my pages all the time, like notes and stuff like that. ADHD people truly thrive in emergencies. I mean, I would almost go so far to say every single respiratory therapist that I've ever worked with definitely has ADHD. Like, you almost have to. It's almost like a job requirement because the amount of things you have to kind of compute and think about at the exact same time is a little nonsensical. Like, for instance, nurses, they usually have 1 to 5 patients, and they are stuck with those 1 to 5 patients for 12 hours. They can't leave their computer, they're just there. Respiratory therapists usually get an entire tower of people because you don't need a respiratory therapist per 5 patients. Like, we would literally have nothing to do. So, if I'm coding someone, I also have to be thinking about all that entire tower of people on one side of my head, like, are any of them dying or giving birth, or do they need meds at this exact moment? And I mean, just talking to people that are respiratory therapists, I'm like, "Oh, shit, you're ADD as fuck." But I think you kind of have to be a little bit. I don't know, because it's crazy. You have to think about so many fucking things at the same time and be able to answer. Like, you could literally be doing compressions on a patient, and someone will poke their head into the room and be like, "Room 2 needs a med. Do you know what it is?" And you have to be able to continue those compressions and compute who the fuck was room 2 and what is the med, because that person's gonna give it for you. But I don't know. There's no shame not being able to do that. I kind of wish I didn't. I wasn't able to do that because I feel like I'd be a lot more relaxed as a human being. But it worked. GEDs, is that what they are? General education, something credit. Every fucking college has a different one, but it's basically like I went into college to do a chemistry degree, but I had to take cinema and a bunch of history classes, and I had to take a foreign language, like all of this stuff because they want to expose you to others. They want money. It's just money. Try being ADHD, where it's Russian roulette on how you respond. I can't even fathom. I feel like I have a dog hair on my tooth. Ew. I have customers regularly comment that the arrangement of things while I'm busy, waving 6 UScan registers is chaos and are surprised when I say, "I know, and I thrive on it." I feel better in it. I feel better in chaos. I feel comfortable in it. I totally get it. It's a type of brain, man. No shame either way. I wish I had the other one, to be honest. A couple guys tried to hand my wife some sort of escort cards during the nights we were walking around. Oh, yeah, they actually handed them to her. I didn't think you could anymore. Back in the day, they would do this, like, offer them, but for a while, they could just, like, snap them, and you had to ask because they weren't allowed to approach people or something. I don't know. I love F1, but Vegas is gonna be stupid. Most of the drivers prefer an actual track and not the street circuits. It's real bizarre, Kendo. Like, from what I heard and saw, Vegas is literally, in my opinion, wasting so much money. They're demolishing the strip, demolishing half of the hotel things, like the Bellagio fountain, et cetera, is literally demolished to make room for this track. And then as soon as the race is over, they're demolishing the track and rebuilding everything exactly the way it was. Does it bring in enough money for that to even make sense? We're so neurospicy. I fucking love it. Ooh, learning styles? Oh, I love that shit. Oh, let's see if I want to see. Hold on. I had 2 videos I was buffering. Hold up. There was the one you gave me, and then there was a music video that I told Glut I was gonna pull up. Oh god, what was it? Fuck. Spirit box. My brain. Good head. Good brain. Pissing money up a wall. That's what it feels like to me. We had
First time?
This very first.
Thoive tipped $44.80. Let's round this shit up.
Bitch, thank you. That scared the shit out of me. I had no idea where that sound was coming from for a second. Thank you very much for that very generous tip to the channel. I appreciate you, motherfucker. Don't ask. It's fine. 1 billion in profit? Holy shit. Even after rebuilding everything. Wow. Whoa. I thought we had a rogue tab too. That scared the shit out of me. I haven't heard that one in a while. Thank you. Is this the Pendulum song? This is... Oh, man. I think this is Ghosts and stuff. Hold on. I guessed before I looked. It was. It was Ghosts and stuff. It's Dead Mouse, Ghosts and stuff. Ghosts and stuff is literally the title of the song. That's why they're doing it. That is wild. Oh, F1 is where all the crazy oil money goes for funsies? Ah, okay. Completely different topic. When are you gonna tame that mane? Oh, dude, I want to so bad. I just can't afford a haircut right now. But getting my haircut is expensive. I think it's part of pink tax, but also my hair is so thick and heavy, it takes a long time to get done, and I just can't afford it, so I'm just letting her go. She's just a rogue beast these days. I slept with wet hair, let's be honest. That's why this is happening. I have no energy in my soul anymore. Same people are surprised when I sort the chaos. Then you have the people who don't seem to get that I'm not their personal assistant. I have 6 registers on one side, 5 on the other. Jesus Christ. And sometimes I have to watch all 11. Jesus Christ. Shouting, "Can I get some help from here?" is a great way to get yourself ignored. Yeah. Yeah. Magic. I'm very tired. I am getting over COVID, and it's just like one of the symptoms that just never goes away is just like eternal fatigue. I can sleep 12 hours and feel like I'm dying. Like I'm just so tired. Yeah. I slept fine. I'm just fucking exhausted. Yeah. It's the aftermath of it, Just like very that's this. I can't be bothered with anything right now. I'm too tired. Getting out of bed and getting dressed makes me out of breath. Like makes my lungs a little burny, and that's fucking sick. It's the fatigue. It's just like no matter how much you sleep, you're tired. I'm just tired. And normally, I'm the kind of person that hates sleep, sleep 6 hours a night, and then I'm like going 100 miles an hour until 11 o'clock at night, and then I just die, go to sleep, rinse and repeat. Like, I'm a very energetic person, and this is killing me, man. It, like, kills my soul because I have so many things I want to do, but I can't because I'm so tired. Just get some scissors and clippers. I've thought about it, but if I don't wanna. I would be I would be so nervous. Dude, right? Can confirm 3 weeks out, slept all day today, still wheezing. I don't have a wheeze, I don't think, but I have the lung butter, the shit that I just keep having to cough up. I mean, staging, I don't know how long this shit lasts, but damn, it's forever. I read a tweet of somebody trying a little hit of cochise of what? What is that? Oh, cocaine to combat the leftover COVID. I was like, is that a new herb? I'm a dumbass. I apologize. What the fuck is cochise though? Autocorrect. Dude, and that's the thing, Amanda. I am fully boosted. Like fully boosted, even got my flu shot and everything. And the thought that is pervasive in my head is how sick would I have fucking been if I wasn't fully boosted? Like that scares me. Like that really gets me because I only had maybe 5, 6 days of like real bad symptoms, like just fever and shit, nasty feeling and sleeping literally like 20 hours a day. And now I'm okay. I'm just tired and snotty. But man, if I hadn't had any boostuses, how sick would I be? Like dead? I don't even want to know. Like I really don't. It kind of freaks me out. Where have you been to get the COVID? Went to Vegas for TwitchCon. It was just like literally dancing with the devil. Yep. Went to Vegas for TwitchCon during the F1 build. There were so many people, just like the risks, right? Like I was sick. Like we literally, like Glut had hand sanitizer. I had hand sanitizer. We were all hand sanitizing and trying to be as safe as possible. But you're literally like, you're touching so much shit all the time. Isn't Cochise an audio slave song? It sounds like something, which is why I said it out loud. Like it sounds like a word I should know. One of those times when I was watching all the registers, I had to go to my boss and say, I don't know if he's having a bad day or something, but I feel like he never acknowledged me. I was on the other half. I was on the other half of the registers, solving every single register, and this ass was the only one complaining. Everyone else was like, yeah, it's fine. What a douche. People have no sense of anything, really. Cochise was a band name. All the cool glunts do Cochise. We're gonna have our own vocabulary. We're gonna be those weird people that start making a language. They're gonna call us a cult. Got that Rona? Just have an Apache leader. It'll fix you right up. What's an Apache leader? What's that? Okay, so Cochise is a thing. Okay, so it's a thing. Okay, so we're not totally off. If TwitchCon ends up in Columbus next year, I might actually make it. I don't think it will. I think that was a complete joke. Just my projection, I really think TwitchCon will be in California as often and as long as they possibly can keep it there. Because it's just the cheapest location for TwitchCon themselves to get to. That's my theory. The CEO super wants San Diego forever, but I don't know if they'll ever let him go back to San Diego after creating that shitty foam pit that chick brokered back in. I don't know. I don't want it to be in California. California is so fucking expensive. Not my favorite state. I'd prefer it somewhere in the middle. Or the East Coast, honestly. East Coast would be dank. But, like, whatever. Wherever it goes, I'll go. I like TwitchCon. It's just getting to see my community is enough of a drive to make me go anywhere, really. It is the title of an Audio Slave song. The fuck? Okay, your autocorrect makes way more sense now. It's justified. I get it. He was a dude and probably what all the songs and albums and bands, etc. are named after. Okay, yep, that makes sense. I thought it was a food. Or like a material? Chenille? Maybe I was thinking of chenille. I don't fuck. Let's stop. This has just gone too far. I don't think it'll ever go to Florida. I don't know. Do you think they would put it in Florida? That would be like the farthest place away possible for Twitch to actually get the TwitchCon stuff. I think the CEO said in a stream Ohio, but I'm pretty positive he was joking. I'm pretty positive he was kidding, but I have no idea. Co-cheese. It's like the fucking mystery cheese under the ground. Like a niece or a seasoning, yeah. I'm gonna go. Oh, wait. I'm going again next year because I want to hang with you and Zeke again. Fuck yeah, dude. TwitchCon. I mean, honestly, every year you go, you kind of just learn a little bit better what you want to do and where to go to have the best time. Like the first TwitchCon I ever went to, I really thought I had to go to TwitchCon every day, like the actual physical con, and be there 12 hours a day. And I would just like hang out with my community there at the con. And every year I learned like that's just where we cluster. Like that's where we gather and then we just fucking leave. We walk around and see stuff, but mostly we just gather and leave. But you learn how to do it better a little bit every time. I just wish they would have it in consistent place so we could really learn how to do it well. Because it's hard when they change the city constantly. I'm sure you guys identify and relate, but it's really hard to get a handle on how to do the con when you just constantly change the city. Because, for instance, if you put it in a new city, especially one I've never been to, I'm going to want to see the city more than TwitchCon. I like to travel. And I don't know if that's I don't think they want that, you know? I'm trying to get this link to work, and my tabs have just been crashing all day. I think I need to reinstall my tabs or something. I apologize for just, like, the effervescent silence. It's just being a dick. She's been a dick! I think I just need to do what Vax said earlier. I will fuck with it. I'm reloading them. Hold on. Hold your dicks. It's being a cock. There's the sun. Hello. Hello, sunshine. Dude, I love Tovelo. Who gave me Tovelo? Did someone give me this or was it just auto-playing? I think it was just auto-playing. Just kidding. I was just reloading all the tabs. I'm like, oh, what's this one? This is a new one I haven't seen because it just crashes right away. I'd love to. I don't think I've ever been to Ohio. I might have driven through part of it, but I've never, like, been there. Like, spent time there before. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see everywhere. Back in September, I drove to Niagara Falls again for the hell of it. Niagara Falls is everything. It's so beautiful. Have a beautiful nap. Magic. Don't forget to drink water. Denver Convention Center would be nice, especially for those of us who live in the middle of the country. Very much so. And Denver, and I actually don't like Denver and I don't like Colorado. In terms of everywhere I've lived and been, this is my least favorite. However, Denver would be such a perfect city for the con because it's just flat. Like, it's a flat city. It's laid out really well, just like grid style. There's no fuckery about it. It'd be so easy for people to get around. Like, in Vegas, there's so much infrastructure that, like, you can be a block away from something, but you have to take a 30-minute Uber to get to that thing because there is literally no physical way to walk to that thing. Denver would never do that. Like, there's nowhere in Denver where that would be a problem. You can walk fucking everywhere, and it's very spread out. It's like a low, wide city instead of, like, a tiny, tall city. Like Seattle, for instance. Not a great place for a con, in my opinion, because you're just sweating constantly because you're walking up hills like this all day long. Ohio's just Ohio. I mean, I just want to see it. Like, everywhere's a little different, you know? That's the cool thing about the US. I feel like a lot of people don't travel. A lot of Americans don't travel because they have this notion in their head that traveling means international. Means like you have to go to Europe or you have to go to England, you have to go to somewhere exotic. And it's like, dude, having been born in Washington State and just going to Florida, different world, different people. Our country's so fucking huge. There's little pockets of culture literally everywhere. Just going to, I mean, who the fuck vacations to Pennsylvania? That's one of my favorite places because there's so much weirdness, like all the Amish weirdness and the food and the history and shit. Like, there's so much cool stuff to see in the US, I think. And you can literally drive there without a passport. It's kind of wild. What people don't take advantage of, I think. It's so silly we have cities built like that. Which one? Tall and skinny or the flat spread out ones? I feel like the low spread out ones start out as many little cities that just kind of end up one big city. Cuz like for instance like Spokane, Washington is actually the biggest city in Washington state. Seattle is not the biggest city. Seattle's like the 15th biggest city or something in Washington. It's actually relatively small cuz it's small and tall and built like terribly on a fucking harbor. Spokane is fucking huge. It's like 5 times the size of Seattle, but it's low and spread out. And when you drive through when you drive through cities like that, I feel like there's sections, there's the valley and then there's, Northtown and there's section I think those were little cities that all just kind of become one, you know? Like they kind of melt together on accident, kind of like New York a little bit. Kansas really had nothing. I tried. I've driven through Kansas twice. It's a lot of Jesus and a lot of Trump. I don't want that. I don't want that. I agree, Kino, 100%. My brother lives within easy walking distance to the Seattle Conference Center, so personally I don't mind. Since free lodging, yeah, my sister used to live near it too when she was going to college. It was great. American cities are not built to be pedestrian friendly. They're vehicle centric. And I feel like they're not even good for vehicles. Like they did such a half-assed job with it because half the cities in the world are just like constant traffic 24/7. I mean, if you live in PA, like I'm not going to vacation in Colorado either. Like I get that, but PA to me is beautiful and it's huge. There's so much to see. Good morning, evening, rabbits. How are you, love? Louisville, Kentucky, where I am, is that way. Technically, most of the neighborhoods are their own cities. Yep, that's basically how like Spokane is. DC is really similar that way. Like a lot of big cities are like that. I think that's what I'm envious of with America. You guys have so much variety. Granted, we do have a few countries packed in over here. You guys have mountains, desert, snow. It is wild. That is pretty crazy. It's crazy going to another country and having that realization. Because like for instance, I was born in Washington State, so like Pacific Northwest, upper left corner. And that state, Washington, is kind of a freak state. A lot of the West Coast states are like this, but Washington State itself has every biome. They have tundra, they have desert, they have mountain, they have rainforest. Name the biomes. I don't know. I'm not a biologist, but they have every biome in one state. So you don't even have to leave Washington State to experience almost every single biome that exists. It's fucking wild. They have dunes. Like we really do have a wildly diverse landscape out here. And I remember the first time I ever went to England, I looked at the country and looked at it in relation to states and shit like that. I'm like, oh, dude, a week in England, I can do the whole country. I can drive from the south all the way up to Edinburgh and be fine. No, you cannot. You cannot. You literally cannot. I barely did a chunk in 11 days. Like, it's pretty wild how different it is. And it's just based on like infrastructure and travel and how the fuck you can get there and what the roads are like and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was weird to me because in the US, you can just hop in your car and literally just drive to the other side of the country in a few days. Because we've got these fucking like, major rookie mistake. But we've got like, the interstates that just never stop. You can go forever. Nebraska. In Nebraska is the motherland. Many corn. Don't you have a wall of corn? I looked it up once. I think you have a wall of corn. I met up with a couple friends for vacation in Oregon, and we rented an Airbnb on the beach. Dude, where do you know about where's on the coast you were? I love the Oregon coast. My family used to drive it and go camping down there all the time, going to like the sea lion caves and the aquarium. They are so cool. I don't like Portland though. Portland feels like a weirdly sterile Seattle. SF tries to be pedestrian friendly, but it's so half-assed that it's a clusterfuck. Yeah. In Baltimore, we just don't give a fuck and walk through the street. If US cities were vehicle centric, then maybe they'd fix the potholes that are on the side of KIA. I mean, they're vehicle centric. It doesn't mean they're good at it. It's just like they did it, I feel like that. Vehicle centric doesn't mean they like were like, "Oh, we're gonna make it good for vehicles." They were just like, "We're gonna make it shitty for everyone but vehicles. Vehicles is gonna be like kind of shitty, but you can get through." My browser's just blinked. Not today. I'm trying to just load these videos. Can you just not? I just don't understand. Fuck. I visited all over England now. I've been a couple times. I went to the Midlands and Cardiff, Wales area, and London. And then the second time I went, London mainly, and then we went to like surrounding areas, like little surrounding cities in London. And then I've been down to I'm trying to remember the name of the Brighton. I've been to Brighton, but I've never been more north than the Midlands, I don't think. Like, I've never made it up there. I really want to. I just haven't. Like, there's so much to do and so much to see. I just never make it. Oh, 12-hour shifts? Dude. I've done what I'm supposed to do so I can relax. Yes. 15,000 steps? Make sure you hydrate, honeybean. Jesus fuck. I'm all right. Fucking tired, but probably not as tired as you. Jesus Christ. They're so windy and they're I mean, yeah, they like, there's no straight shot through the country, which is wild because we have those everywhere. Like, it's really hard not to stumble across an interstate in the US. When you have a political party that's all about extracting all the money from the public works and throwing it into the pockets of wealthy people or their own, it's hard to get infrastructure fixed. But also, car-centric is way, way more expensive than public transport or pedestrian-friendly infrastructure. Unless that, like, I think the biggest problem, especially on the West Coast, and this is just my personal experience on the West Coast, is that they built the infrastructure for cars before even considering public transportation. And now that they've done the car infrastructure, like, the expense to invest in public transportation and wipe out the car infrastructure would be so fucking expensive, it's not worth it to them. I think they keep putting in like light rails and shit like that, but they're kind of a joke. Like, they don't work for commuters, and that's the problem. When you sit in 2 hours of traffic and every single car in your 6-lane freeway, it has one human being in it, there's no public transportation. Like, it's a joke. It's not reliable. It doesn't go where you need it to go. It's basically to get people to a Mariners game or a Seahawks game, which is like, okay, cool, but also we need to get to our job. I love visiting Ohio. I've been to both the Rock and Roll NFL Hall of Fame. The Columbus Wilds are gorgeous. Those are where the rhinos I took pictures. Oh, I love me some rhinos. Oh my god, Kendo, the trains in Europe are just phenomenal. I know everyone makes jokes about like the tube and whatnot. I would literally live on the tube. That shit is so amazing. It's incredible to make it from one side of a city to the other on underground and never have to get into a car. You never have to worry about parking, your keys, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you just can get anywhere. It's so fucking, and the signage and how, like, I didn't need someone from the local area to tell me how to get around. I just could do it. It's just, oh, so fucking user friendly, man. It's amazing. I love it. I love the tube. I cannot. It's just so good. Everywhere. Germany trains are the most timely things I've ever experienced in my life. Like, that was fucking phenomenal. They really are great. Autocorrect is stupid. It's okay. I can get past it. We're not writing thesis papers here. Fuck that shit. I want to come up north. I have friends up there. I've just never made it. I think because I have friends on both sides and my friends from the south tend to grab me and pull me before I can make it up north. I feel like England, the British Isles, for lack of a better term. I'll be there many, many times in my life. I have so many dear friends there. Like soul friends, you know what I'm saying? Dude, you have 100 ounce? Good. Hydrate. I think cars isolate people, and there's something to be said about the psychology of being separated from people, being so close to them. I took a cognitive psychology class when I was in school, and this was many, many years ago, so please forgive me if I stumble across the information. But we were learning about how there's like this phenomena, like if you're walking in the street and you accidentally shoulder check someone, 99.9% of the time, both people will turn and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and move on. But like in traffic, because there is this thin wall of like steel aluminum car door between you and another person, you turn into like the world's worst human being and just like you're a different person, but they're right there. It's the same person, that you may have shoulder checked in person, but because they're in a car, it's very it's just weird. The psychology of it is really interesting. 200 energy drinks and I'm about to drink a protein shake. Dude, you're fucking ready. Instead, we got the Ark encounter, and that shit failed, didn't it? Yeah, no one will let former Kentucky Governor the Ark encounter. Matt Bevin forget that he moved educational budget funds to a personal project and it caved. All that money was lost. Then when teachers rioted, he was ready to charge 10,000 teachers with felonies. He sounds like a piece of shit. Oh, they're beautiful, Kendo. They're nothing like what we have in the States. Like, bless them. But, like, the Green Line, for instance, in Baltimore, I'd put money down. I'd find a syringe, condom, or some blood every single time I got on that train. Every single time. To go to DC. Every single time. Like, it's like, almost a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they're well maintained and they're just so timely. And I think that's the biggest problem. Like, if things aren't on time, no one will depend on them for work because you will get fired. Your job doesn't care if the train was late. And anywhere else I've been in the world besides the US, everything is so well planned out and well timed. You can literally use public transportation to get to your job. Imagine. Wild. A Belgium ATM ate my card one time? The fuck? Oh. Oh my god, what did you do? Arnold, oh my god. Twitch recommended this channel, so I came to this channel. I'm so sorry. My condolences. I have to pee. Damage to your cars? Maybe, yeah. Your own metallic bubble, literally. It definitely makes people think they're invisible with the amount of people picking their noses and shit while they drive. Oh my god, the picking of the noses. Honestly, I don't even care. Everybody picks their nose once in a while. What bothers me is the people I see like doing a full face of makeup in the car in traffic. I don't trust that you're watching what's going on around you if you're putting on mascara. I used to see that or people knitting in traffic, reading a book. I'd see a book propped on a steering wheel. That was scary. Those ones frightened me a little bit. Really? Ghetto, you're lucky. I literally had someone flip me off for smiling at them in a car. What the fuck? Caught me so off guard I laughed and they looked more pissed. People are so weird. Okay, quick break. I just gotta pee really bad. I've drank so much water. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself a beverage, load a bowl. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna pull up Spotify just so we have some fucking music because Firefox is. Oh, now Spotify is gonna be. Everything is broken. Is it me? It's gotta be me, right? Ooh, ATM eats my card. It's 3 a.m. and I basically sit there and look pathetic until an Australian couple comes and buys me my ticket. I mean, I cannot. You are so lucky those wonderful people helped you out. I probably would have done the same. It would have been like a movie scene, like just slunk against a wall. Like, I guess I'm Australian now. Like, what do you do? That is terrifying. Yeah, no, you're so fucking lucky. I'm just glad that happened for you. I've seen the book thing. I once saw a guy trying to balance a burger on his wheel and leaning forward to eat it. What the fuck? That's amazing. It's funny because the British panel shows I like always complain if a train breaks down. There's always bus replacement service. Amazing. They say changelings break electronics. Just putting it out there. Oh my god, my fucking stream deck doesn't work. Break time. I tried to just bail real quick and it.
Alright. That's the page is up though. But I gotta wait for Gluck because I was gonna show Gluck the video. Welcome back, Hail Satan.
I'm not changeling. Maybe. I mean, there's a paranoia that can exist where you think people are laughing at you all the time. You want to know a weird paranoia I have? I think when people compliment me, it's because whatever they're complimenting actually looks terrible and they're just trying to be nice and point out the terrible thing. It's horrible. I hate it so much every single time. I'm like, oh, so I look terrible? Gnarly motherfucker. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie and it's wonderful to see you. Cheers, bitches. We just took a break. I peed and washed my hands in ice cold water. It was great. I know. I know. Every time. If someone's like, oh, I really like your ex. I'm like, oh, it looks terrible. I will never wear this again. It's so bad. I don't know why. Welcome, gnarly motherfuckers. I straight up tell you, dude, what the fuck's up? How are you, love? Spiffy, thank you for those biddies, you generous fuck. I love to give compliments, and I never compliment someone because I'm trying to point out something terrible. I would never do such a thing. I've never done that in my life. Why do I think that other people do that to me? I have no idea. It's such a fucking bullshit bitch. I was talking to LCT about you, and I was like, we used to be homies back in the day. Dude, I was telling that to Rod the other day. Rod didn't know that either. I was like, dude, Gnarly and I go back way the fuck back. Like, way the fuck back. We're old school motherfuckers. Dude, it was hard to track down anyone at TwitchCon. Really. Like, the people that I found in the casinos. Like, I ran into more people just walking the casinos with my little sister than I found anywhere else. Ever. It was really hard to find people.
Satan has a very special.
It was so,
pineapple
like,
for your
stretched.
asshole.
Like, I feel like the con itself was really, like, the convention center was huge and didn't have a lot of stuff in, like, there was just so many open fucking huge hallways with nothing in it. I don't know. It was hard to run into people at this one. It was weird. Spiffy, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Gnarly. Gnarly, use a boat was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing is sexier than pure sober consent. And I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. I mean, Gnarly, we called it though, right? I said that before I said that the moment the con was announced. And not even because I spent half my childhood in Vegas. It's like second home to me. I seriously said the hardest thing Twitch is going to have to pull off is being more interesting than Vegas. I don't know how you can be better than Vegas. Like, and Vegas isn't the best place in the world. There's just so much to see. Like, just walking through the casinos is a fucking experience, you know? Like, I totally understand. They need to put it somewhere where we're all stuck somewhere and we don't go away. People are like, this little lady did medical stuff too. I know. They had no idea. It's so weird. But if you think about it, like, how many years have you been streaming? Because we've been here for a bit. I don't want to talk about it. Bad time. I was at the store last night looking to pick up some for dinner. I was looking at a tray of turkey ham sliders with cheese. There was no price tag. I was thinking 8 to 10, $17.99. Go fuck yourself. No. Absolutely not. Weed is cheaper than that. Are you kidding? I feel like Twitch old all the time. I call myself Twitch old and people are like, Katie, you're not old. I'm like, no. I know I'm not old. I don't feel old, but I'm Twitch old. Definitely Twitch old. Like they're, you know, when the biggest earners on Twitch are like 21, that's okay. We'll all die here together. Back in my day, affiliates didn't exist. Cheers. What's a comet boyfriend? I too am the big 3-5, and it feels very weird. How are you gonna pay for a venue for a meetup when it's Vegas prices, right? Dude, we did pay for a meetup. We ended up having a meetup, but it was out in fucking Fremont. And it was still like $6K. Like, but that was the only place you could afford. I mean, how the fuck does anyone afford anything in Vegas? It's insane. Just finding one day, there was just like a random group of like class holes and Zaconia motherfuckers, and we were all like, hey, let's all gather for dinner. It was almost like a crisis. Just trying to find somewhere in Vegas, that could seat more than 7 people. That was weird. Like, it's Vegas, where they like theoretically kind of have everything. And that was weird. It was so hard. So many places were like, we can only seat a maximum of 4. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's happening? Oh, welcome to the aged stream, Amanda. That's why you're here. You felt it. Kids, get off my virtual lawn, dude. I know. Try being in a big age, being my big age and chat with all these fetuses. I mean, Viata, honestly, like I think the vast majority of our community is like 45 plus. Like just off the top of my head, thinking about like the regulars, at least people are in chat, I would say. Regulars in chat, when y'all like say your ages, like you're like in your 50s and shit. Honestly, that's why I think there's so many smart people here, because there's so many people that like have long-standing, really amazing careers and shit. Go frolic in the forest, smoke weed responsibly, drink water, clean your foreskins. I love you, Honeybean. Stretch. And anybody that's been hanging out with Gnarly, thank you so much for coming by for the raid. But absolutely don't feel obligated to continue sitting here if you're like, who's this fucking bitch? Because no shit, I highly encourage you to stand up and stretch your legs. Blood clots are real. See, 43, 35, 64, 36, 33. Yeah, we're an older chat. Like there's young people here too, don't get me wrong, but we are in general, I think the chat in general, we're like not old, but mature. Middle age. I hate it, but maybe. I'm okay. I love it, honestly. Like oh, oh my god, Thai style pho. It's called Gwei. Oh, I don't know how to say that. I know how to say it, but not spell it. Fuck. 53 and 11 days. Oh my god. Do I get to sing to you? That's not my day off, is it? I don't think so. What's today? Saturday? No, it shouldn't be. Take your glucosamine.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I mean, Eds, for not having an amazing career, you're fairly smart. Can I get your ICQ number in ASL? Oh my god, I saw a meme the other day. You're gonna love this. Good morning, a newbie, and good morning, T-Night. Thank you. This meme, it said, there was a day, like, all of us had a day where we logged out of AIM, like AOL Messenger, for the last time. Like, there was a day, and none of us knew it was happening, but it happened. And it kind of fucked me up, because, like, I know. I didn't make it. I just read it, and I was like, ew. It made me feel gross. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I felt gross. Kendo's older. I have to wait for Max to get here to be not the oldest. I mean, you're like our wizened crone, though. I wouldn't trade you for shit. When I was your age, it took 4 minutes to connect to the internet. 4 minutes is being generous. I was just talking about that yesterday. Seriously, like one of the first, like I guess like core memories of me realizing I had OCD as a child and to this day was my like connecting to the internet. I created rituals around it. Like, just, like, not, like, magic rituals, but, like, rituals, like, I would hit connect, I'd have to turn my chair around, I'd have to look at a very specific spot on the wall behind me, and, like, you'd hear the, like, sound, but it didn't make, like, a success sound when it connected. So you just had to guess, and I, like, created this, like, mythology in my head that if I turned around at the wrong time and it was still trying to connect, it wouldn't connect. It would disconnect and it would never connect, or someone would pick up the phone and ruin it. But if I turned around at the exact right moment, when it connected, it would connect. Like, I remember doing this when I was like 12. It's real weird. I didn't realize what the fuck I was doing at the time. Like, I was just obsessive and really wanted to get the fuck on the internet. But man. Oh, to answer the question, GF's Polly, a comment is a long distance relationship where the partners only meet in person rarely, but are happy to pick up their connection at those times and be less intensely in touch in between. Okay, a comment like a comet passing close enough to the Earth to see every few years. That's awesome. Thank you for teaching me. I didn't know. I was like literally like, is their name Comet? I didn't know. Door closed sound forever. Isn't that weird? I know. Emotional damage. It makes us all feel like we need our rockers. My bong still has smoke in it. Hold on. It smoked itself. You're the wizened crone. Honestly, like, you know more than me, therefore, respect. There's also a day that you played outside with your friends for the last time, too. I know. I've seen that one before, too, and that one fucks me up. That's a pretty famous quote, isn't it? Something like that. It is. It's like you played outside for the last time at some point, and none of you knew it was the last time, but it was. It's very weird. I can't too. I've been debating turn on autoresponder for my texts. That's like an always, oh my god, I wish I had something like that. That's how religions start. I don't want to do that. There's enough of that shit. I still remember my ICQ number. No shit. I don't remember any. I remember. Actually, I asked Zach this the other night, but I remembered. Like, I can remember when you didn't need usernames and passwords just to go on websites. Like, there was a point in time where you could go on any website anywhere, and you didn't have to, like, sign in or create an account. And I remember the moment where it was suddenly you had to make an account everywhere you went. And I asked Zach, I was like, "Do you remember the first password you ever made?" And both of us, it was just a word, no caps, no letters, no special features to it. And it's just phenomenal how the times have changed. Like none of our old passwords would literally even be possible today because there's so many weird things around what your password would have to be. It's very strange. Oh my god, a story? Do you have a theme? You found your vape? Cheers. Congratulations. She's gonna be there until Thursday, and she's gonna get laid so many times. I love your relationship. It's so sweet and loving. We're all neurodivergent here, so we all look younger than we are despite our crumbling insides. Isn't that weird? What is that? I always thought I just got like people told like never get they always think I'm a lot younger than I am. And I thought it was just because, blue hair and I kind of dress young, I guess. Like I tend to dress like in, neon shit and I guess things adults don't wear. I assumed that, but there's like actual studies now on millennials and Gen Z and how we just genuinely are like actually a little bit younger, like younger physically, like our bodies aren't being torn down as fast as the previous generations, but on top of that, we just look younger, like our skin is in better condition and shit. And I wonder if it's just like less, manual labor we have to do. We're not outside as often, better sunscreen. I don't know what it is, but there is a thing. Like it's interesting. I'm curious to see us like actually looking old to see what the aging like when we actually start to like, wrinkle and shit. I'm really curious to see how fast I look like my mom at what age cuz I've looked at pictures of her at this age and she definitely looks older than me. She's already got smile lines and like these kind of lines. But I don't know if that's because she literally baked herself in baby oil as a child with like a record covered in tinfoil as most of our mothers did. I don't know, which I have never done ever. Skin damage is big. Like skin damage definitely ages you faster. And I don't know if it's something like that whereas we just know better now. Like, we might not always be perfect about it, but we know better. Like, we know skin cancer. We know cigarettes are not something doctors should diagnose. Like, we know, you know? You know? Doggy, mine was soccer. Just SOCCER. Because I played soccer. Or football, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I played the kicking game. It's collagen. We all have messed up collagen, which seems to make weird brains. Well, everything's connected, right? Glut, you're back. Oh my god, do you want to see that video? I've been saving it. It finally like this tab has not crashed forever, and I saved the song earlier that you were like, "Oh, what's this song? It's a banger." I saved it, but I didn't want to play it without you. So if you have 5 minutes, if you want to watch it, it's such a cool video. It's brand new and it's very cool. It's like they do that creepy backwards filming, so she looks kind of like does like the broken doll like Sally walk. It's so cool. I saw a great tweet in the same vein as this basically quote, "At some point we came up with a screen name we would be known by forever." That is weird. I think we kind of have a weird like gift in that though. In that people who don't have I don't know, a community like this or online, they never get to rewrite their name. I guess. I don't know how to say that. Like sometimes I wish I wouldn't have put my real name in my username because I've never been a fan of my real name. I just did not know I would do this with Twitch. Like I joined Twitch to make some friends and play ESO and that was it. So I was just like, fuck, throwaway. And here we are. But like you get to make whatever name you I remember I was talking to one of the devs at ESO one time, and he was actually an ESO player, heavy duty, really, really good player who was insane about the math of doing like character builds and shit like that. And they hired him because of that. Like he is smart as fuck. And we were driving somewhere to hang out. I don't remember. And we were talking about something. And I just asked, it was like the first week he actually moved to Baltimore and started working with the company. And I was like, do you want me to call you your real name? Or do you want me to continue calling you your screen name, which was Gil? And I had known him as Gil for years through playing with him in the game. And he straight up said, I'd
Satan
prefer
has a very
Gil
special
because, like,
pineapple for
that's the
your
name I got to
asshole.
pick. And I just fucking adored that. I don't know. That made me click. I was like, I get it. And that's fucking cool. And you kind of get that. Like, maybe a lot of us fucked up because I definitely did. But I think it's kind of cool. You get that advantage. I mean, really, you could just rewrite it at any time if you wanted to. I love the Golden Girls. I know. They were literally in their 50s and 60s, which is so crazy. So crazy. My Amazon password's still one word. Oh my god, it works? Dude, good job. Those darn millennials and their work ethics. I love those oh, and I know. Or the fact that we're not buying homes because of our avocado toast or whatever. I've still never fucking had avocado toast. Like, I'm not a big fan of avocado. It's just like mushy, bland. I don't understand where it comes from. I can't afford a house because my student loan payments are higher than any house payment ever will be, for fuck's sake. Like, I think I speak for a lot of people my age and older in that because we never stopped paying on our loans. The goth phase saved us all. Fuck, son. Dude, really. I think about that sometimes. We work really hard to be great for each other. She makes it so easy. We were best friends for 6 years before we got together. She's such an amazing, loving, and beautiful person. I mean, and I honestly think the definition of love is just wanting your partner to be happy, whatever that happiness is. I mean, that's true love, right? What up, Aegis? How are you, love? Happy Saturday. The window, dude. I worry about my arm sometimes that way. Like, this is my tattooed arm, but this is the arm that goes outside the window when I'm driving. I wear sunscreen on my arms because of my tattoos, but, like, I think about that because I've seen those pictures of truck drivers and shit where, like, half of their face looks 10 years older than the other half. It's wild. Elbel, my love, how are you? I just want this song to end. I forgot this song is so long. I didn't want to cut it off. God damn it. I'm just cutting it off. I want glad to see this music video. It's really, really good. You'll all love it. It's really good. If you've never heard of the band is called Spirit Box. And it is a female-led metal band, but this song, there's not a lot of metal. It's, I don't know, genres though, right? Genres are fucking whatever you want them to be these days. She's just a phenomenal artist, but the song is dank and the music video is really good. Knives actually gave it to me yesterday. I hadn't seen it yet. It's, don't autoplay. Making the screen big is autoplay, apparently. No, is Stream Deck gonna work? Nope, Stream Deck's still broken. Just not our thing, right, Bill? Bill's like, whatever. I don't give a shit. Don't touch me. I think it was a combination of the person and literally everything else. Both of them. She's been very possessive lately. She tries to, like, lay on top of me so Trick can't see me or get to me. It wasn't done, but okay, not your forte. Not my forte. Not that. No. I'm like, I mean, maybe if it was like a kind of husky dude in a hoodie with like a big beard and a trucker hat. We've got a type, right, Bill? It's like construction worker chic. It's kind of my, like, throw Carhartts in there for a blowy, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. A Tom Hardy collab? Ooh. Oh, wait, is this the new one? Is this the, we might have watched it, but it's really good. Hold on. Yes. Oh, God, it's so good. I threw this on my Spotify playlist, and when I didn't listen to Spotify for like a week after that, and when I would listen to it again, I could not figure out where the life of me with this came from. I couldn't remember it at all. Oh, I love, I'm very against nipples, Twitch. No nipples here. I don't even have them. Neither does Bill. Amazing. Are we getting naked in here? Hi. Wait, what? Are we? Is it happening? Nip free zone. We returned them before Amazon changed their return policy. I don't have a Stream Deck. God damn it. That's it. My Stream Deck's dead. It's fine. Gotta loot that body. I say it every single time I loot a body in BioShock, and it's really annoying, and I know it is, and I'm so sorry, but that's why. Blame Tom Hardy for why Katie can't stop looting that body. Because it's just so good. Let's fucking go is just the best line ever with his fucking flute. He does. He commits to that flute so hard. That's really what sells the whole thing. That last little scene where he's just sitting on a couch that's obviously really too low, and he's really tall and gangly, and his knees are too high, and he's just like kicking his legs a little bit while he wildly plays a flute. Excuse me. I know. Me and my crew are gonna fuck you up. I rolled a one. Fuck. It's just so good. It's me. I don't think I mean, He has some sort of flute synth for that song because I think he does all of his shit solo. But I mean, I don't think he's playing the flute in that because I've never seen a flute player play like that. That looks wild. How even? Yes, that is the check your butthole or like the why am I anxious? Why am I anxious guy? Mm-hmm. Is it literally a drumstick in his hands? It's so low quality. I've never even. He's literally playing flute on a drumstick. How did I not? Probably because I can't look through my eyes because they're watering when I watch this. Shut the fuck up. Oh god. I hate that I don't. I know. So much better than I thought and remembered. Ugh. It's so good. There were so many crimes. I mean, so many. I think anyone who's played D&D or any kind of tabletop, we've been that person. I've definitely been that person. I didn't cast Vicious Mockery, but I definitely blew up some innocence casting something seemingly innocent. I can't even remember what it was, Shatter. But I didn't cast it on them. I cast it near them on a tree. It just so happened to be a nat 20, so all their heads exploded. My bad. Oops. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? I made them into confetti on accident. I forgot I was a level 5 and that I actually was like well leveled. It was a bad time. Drakus gifted 5 subs when the songs were going on. I have to say thank you and welcome. Thank you, Drakus Dark, for fucking gifting 5 subs in the channel. I appreciate the shit out of you. Dotanium, Sky Sacho, Steel Rays, Ty Gorgon, and Lift Control. You're all but which is the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I fucking appreciate you. I collapsed a house with innocent people inside. Yeah, we've all been there. Like, is it that is in me? I think it's in the new D&D movie. I can't remember where someone goes in. Or no, am I thinking of Peacemaker? It might be both, but they go in and just like slaughter an entire camp of people before learning that that was actually their team. It's a pretty common. It happens. We're not all that smart. Most of us are just scared as fuck. Thank you, Nate, for gifting a sub to Amanda. Amanda, go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. I fucking appreciate you. I think it was Peacemaker. The D&D movie might have had something similar, but not Jonathan. No, I think it was Peacemaker. Yeah, they like go into a camp, slaughter everybody, and then when they find, I think it was Enchantress's fuckboy. Oh, his name is on the tip of my dick. It's like one word. What is his name? I love the new D&D movie. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god. I really need to talk to Jonathan. It's when they talk to Jonathan. Jonathan, the one woman on the council. I just piss my pants. I don't know. I rewind it to watch that part over and over and over. Peacemaker's so good. Definitely worth the rewatch. If anything, just for that opening dance sequence. The really, 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 really want to taste it. I'm gonna learn that dance someday when I don't feel like I'm dying inside. The new D&D movie felt like a love letter. Like all of the little inside things and little Easter eggs and shit throughout it was just so fun, so well done. It was really good. My friend's dad went to the hospital with organ failure, and halfway driving there, they called and said he passed. Life happens. Oh, don't forget to send love to your peeps. 100%. Tell people you love them while you can. 100%. In my campaign, I bought grenades and threw a smoke bomb in the middle of town square. We're currently on the run from the law. It happens, man. I mean, what are you gonna? No, nobody's perfect. It was very jokey in the same way most D&D sessions. Yes, I think that was the best part. Was that most of the movie was kind of ridiculous, the exact way that the games we play are. Like, I think that's why it hit so hard with a lot of people who play tabletop of any kind, not just D&D. But it hit hard because it felt just as kind of silly. And that's what we all kind of love it for, I think. That's what keeps us going back. It's just the ridiculousness of it, right? She does it again in the end. I know, I love it so much. She just has the best, like, Jonathan thing going on. It's just phenomenal. She's everything. Suicide Squad, Peacemaker talking about eating a beach full of dicks. Yeah. He'll kill all the women and children he needs for peace. Surprisingly well done. I had too many reservations when they announced it. Same. I mean, I think we've all kind of just been, I mean, we haven't been proven wrong yet. Like, we won't talk about the WoW movie that doesn't exist. Or the fact that the cutscenes for World of Warcraft are better than any of the movie that ever doesn't exist ever. Like, they keep shitting it every time. So, like, I wouldn't have faith either. I didn't either. And that one was, I'm glad I saw it in theaters because it was great. Pacemaker, that'd be funny. Wait, D&D movie is my nightly I need comfort movie to sleep to. I love that. I've definitely done that a couple times. I actually did that when we got rained on in Burning Man because that was one of the few things I downloaded on my iPad and brought. Like, I was like, just in case I get sick and I'm stuck in the car, I'll have something to do. Nope, it was the rain that made me stuck in the car, but I ended up watching that movie a couple times. We turned in it. Wait. If you get a chance, watch the Cinema Wins video on the D&D movie. It's really good. Spoilers, though, obviously, good to know. Spoilers. We turned an entire dungeon to mud by accident. The DM was not amused. By accident? Which one's the Nun 2? Because I watched the first Nun and I just wasn't impressed because it wasn't scary, like, at all. It just wasn't scary. It just felt like a weird kind of a melancholic historical doc biopic kind of thing. It kind of felt more like that than being scary. But I didn't even know they had a second one. I did drink it. It's fucking incredible. It took me several watches to see she's a halfling. Which one? Who? Which character? I did, Stajan. It's incredible. Yeah. Mogrins. Your first bath. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you. You're gonna, dude. Okay, no joke, not to be gross, but check the water when you get out. It's gonna be amazing. Partner and I love the D&D movie. With that and Baldur's Gate 3 hitting around the same time, I want to get the D&D moving. We've been doing the Avatar Legends tabletop lately. Oh, fuck yes. What's Burn Bright? I could have made such a good Warcraft movie. I think a lot of us could have made something better than what happened there, and that's no shade on any that's shade on the movie. Like, holy shit. 100%. Have a good one, Vile. Oh, the Jonathan lady. No shit. I didn't know that. Nun 2's recent, definitely worth the watch to see how it all comes about. I mean, I have to, just because I'm, like, the whole series, like, I've watched it all. I'll finish it. It's kind of like the Saw movies. Like, do I really, like, need another Saw movie? No. But I will watch them as long as they come out. The Jonathan lady. I love that we say the Jonathan lady. In second edition rules, the area of effect of a spell triples if it's cast outside. So the mage mistook exactly how much rock he was going to change to mud. Oh, fuck. Oh, were you all inside and dead? You know Bub's D&D that he does. I used my Patreon wild magic to make one of the characters cast wild magic when she went to detect magic, and it made her cast chain lightning. And he smoked her chick. Oh my god, her chicken familiar? What happens if you kill someone's familiar? Burn Bright's a sci-fi tabletop made by the Roll20 guys. It's okay, pretty good for a short session. Honestly, we need more of those. We need a lot more of those. Watch after the credits. Oh, really? You know, I always look for after credit stuff at home. Like, I fast forward past the credits if I'm not feeling like sitting there, because a lot of movies do it these days. I am obsessed with What We Do in the Shadows. Yes. I've watched it many, many times, movie and the series. Like, I'm hard fan. I couldn't even tell you if I have a favorite character. I lean towards Colin. The guy's just incredible. Or Nadia. It's such a good show, right, Gorg? It's seriously so Nandor. I mean, right? Nandor. They're all phenomenal. I love them all. I can't think of a character that I don't like. I love them all. Depending on the episode, they're all just fucking Guillermo. Guillermo's a treasure. Guillermo's literally a treasure, and I love him so much. I don't know. I couldn't pick. It's such a good show. I'm in love with it. It's so funny. Yeah, it's like that's one of my comfort shows. I put that on when I need to just lay down and go to sleep and I can't. I need noise, 100%. Yeah, every single character has episodes, if not an entire season, that highlights them. And I really think, like, it's just, they're, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. If you've never seen What We Do in the Shadows, the movie and the series, and or, please watch both. Please. Do Katie a favor. So good. So good. So fucking funny. Taika Waititi, is that his name? Taika Waititi, I think is his name, is one of the main writers, if not like the producer, writer, whatever. He does great work. I don't know. That's all I want to say. Everything he touches is just so good, right? Oh, What We Do in the Shadows is so good. Control scheme. What do you mean? I once accidentally chopped off the arm of a character we were trying to save, and then our bard convinced them it was the enemy. That's amazing. Yes, Our Flag Means Death is amazing. There's a new season though, right? I haven't watched it if it's already out. I heard it was coming out. I don't know if it's already out. I'm really bad at keeping up with that, but I have not watched that. So no spoily. No spoily, please. Must save. No spoils. Is Spotify gonna work for us? My browser hasn't crashed in a bit, so that I don't want to jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it. Shut up, Katie. Shut up, Katie. Shut up. Just put on old music, make everything feel like it's old and it's fine, and it's a day before. It's fine. It's fine. Have you? Is it pretty good? I'm excited. I really like the actors. They're so funny. My bowl just broke and I can't. Oh, spiff. I feel you, boo. It was real hard to stream for a week without a bong, let me tell you. I know. Well, I mean, I want people to feel like they can lurk and you don't have to tell me you're going to lurk if you don't want to. It's like the good old Irish goodbye. Dude, Erican, how are you? I did, and thank you. I was going to say something I forgot about a broke bowl. Good on you for not smoking out of a broke bowl. That's all I was going to say. Because you know I have my broke egg back here that, like, still technically could function, but, like, the risk of inhaling broken glass is really high and terrifying, and I don't want anything to do with that. And kudos to you for also not risking that bullshit, because that's not fucking worth it. Fuck that shit. How are you feeling, Eric? And are you getting over your shitness? Dude, I'm excited. I mean, I love just live shows. I love to be in that, like, energy and that cluster of people. It's fun for me. I'll really go to anything. I've been to pretty much every genre ever of anything. And it's always fun. I mean, if you're with fun people, it's always fun. I'll make a lurk command. I'll make a note. Do we need a lurk command or a lurk emote? Do I have a lurk? No, command would be easier for people that can't sub. I can do that. I'll probably make it something sassy like, I don't know, I'll think of it. I'm still caffeining up. Shut up. I forgot to run an ad this last break, or I guess it didn't run. I don't know. I thought I pressed it, but it didn't run. So I want to take a quick break, and then we'll jump into BioShock 2. We're literally like at the where we just walked into a boss battle, and I was like, "Oh, fucking saved it yesterday like a douche." 90% healthy, nice. Then my vertigo came back. Oh fuck. I have no idea what triggered it this last time. Wait, this time. Last time I got rid of it by getting into a car accident. So I could get like real nerdy and explain what causes it. Like, unless it's like a feature now and not just a bug, those cells will die eventually and be replaced by other cells that don't misfunction and cause the sensation of vertigo. Because cell turnover and whatnot. Like, how bad is it? Is it like all the time when you're just sitting still? I have to pee really bad. Let's take a break. But give me like, what kind of vertigo is it? Just curious. I gotta pee real bad. I'll be right back. I hate not. We can take a break. I hate not having my stream deck. It's so annoying. I love having a dead stream deck. It's my favorite. Okay, game. Because everything's being weird and haunted. The internet's haunted. I'm haunted. How are you, Donna? It was ICP. Dude, I used to listen to ICP. Insane Clown Posse? Is that Insane Clown Posse? Is that what we're referencing? I used to listen to ICP way back in the day. A lot. I was not a hater. People were really distasteful of that band for some reason. I think Juggalos got a bad name, but I can still sing like the Ned and Game from heart. It's I really listened to a lot of ICP back in the day. This is Spirit Box, by the way. More Spirit Box for those who care. Boom. Perfect timing. Change category, Katie. Don't forget. Where is it? Oh, Katie. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but excited. It's gonna be a boss battle, and I don't think I have a lot of health, but we'll see. I don't remember. This one's so much harder than the first one, but I like it. Time to loot that body. I want to get I should get a drumstick. I don't even have anything that looks like a drumstick. Nope. I have a nail file. A piccolo, maybe? Yeah, the app is glitchy. Okay, it's not just me. Yeah, I was chatting like I did when I was like, oh, did the music skip? Because I could hear it outside. And then it just disconnected me and I couldn't chat anymore. But I was like, oh, fuck, I got to get this. My dogs are hunters and they've been killing mice, which is good. I do not want mice to come in my house. But Bill wants to bring the dead mouse in the house and play with it. So I have to do this. And then she goes, "Ugh," and I have to dispose of the twitching creature. It's fucking disgusting. I know I could probably do, like the flute, I could probably do it, honestly. I have audio, whatever. The flute sound. Let me see. What would I write down? Tom Cardy flute sound. I could do that. Cardy, because that'd be funny. It makes me laugh every fucking time I hear it. The loot that body and the flute. Honestly, all of it. It makes me think of alchemy. Loot that body. Gonna loot that body. Body's just laying there, right? I used to be a juggalette. Don't apologize. I didn't even know. Like, I was listening to that music probably way before I should have, but I was like the second youngest of 8, so I was exposed to a lot of shit I probably shouldn't have been way early because my siblings didn't give a shit. So my older sister loved Insane Clown Posse, and we would like sit in sleeping bags in the basement with our heads all in like a circle, fanned out with this little tiny boombox, and put a CD into it and listen to it with headphones, like all putting our head against the same headphones so my parents didn't hear it. We'd listen to it all night long, constantly, but I think I was like 10-ish. So I didn't even know juggalos, juggalettes, or even if that was a thing at the time. I have no idea. Probably. Like the Hatchet Man was everywhere. I saw that everywhere, but I didn't even know I didn't know music genres like identified with like a group or anything like that. I just thought their music was fucking hilarious, and it is. And if you look into it, I can't remember which band member it is, but one of the lead singers, one of his children is a furry, and he's so fucking supportive. He got them both incredible fursuits that match, and he like takes her to all the furry conventions, or them. I don't even know. I don't know how their child identifies. Takes their child to all these conventions and stuff, and goes with them in a like a really awesome fursuit. It's so fucking cool to see parents support their children like that and their children's interests. It gives me warm feelings. Silent J, thank you, Glut. Yeah. And they're huge against racism and sexism and shit like that. Like they have dirty potty mouths. Like, okay, R. Kelly fucking pissed on underage girls, and yet people are still out there jamming to his music. Like, I can separate the artist and the art, but like you said, dirty things like stir a drink with my dick. You know what I'm saying? If you lost a little weight, you look like Ricky Lake. How could you? And it's like, are you kidding me? There's so many other things out there we could be paying attention to, for fuck's sake. Yep, like 9 years old. Yep. It's so funny when you're that young and you feel dirt. You're like, oh, this is like dirty music. I'm such an adult for listening. Yeah, Chris Brown, another one who literally beat the living almost life out of our queen, Rihanna Hale. And people still do collabs with him. He's still like working and makes music. I don't understand. Like, yes, I'm not saying he legally can't make music, but the fact that people can still support that and give him money is what? I have no words. There are no words. I'm just trying to move chat so I can see you guys while we play. Yeah. There's so many like that. Like yeah, there's a lot of shitty people in the world, but it's kind of I always come back to mentally like the Jenna Marbles thing. Like Jenna Marbles was chased off the internet by people who like were targeting the wrong people. Like Jenna Marbles may have fucked up, but there's like horrific pedophiles and shit. There's one really popular YouTuber, I can't remember their name, but they are still making stuff today, like coming out with these huge documentaries and stuff like that. And they're like a proven fucking pedophile. There's like It's just I can't remember their name. We shouldn't even talk of them because they're a waste of air. It doesn't matter. But they're still super not an Ission. Similar vibe though. It's just like his real name. I'm just blanking on it right now. Yeah, I can't remember, but it's creepy. She just so basically Jenna Marbles made a video a really really long time ago, like one of her first videos ever, back when she used to do like that crazy makeup, like the super like she was fake baked beyond reason, and she literally her normal makeup was the what became Instagram makeup, like wearing too dark of makeup and just like contouring and basically drag makeup toned down and done less talented, like not done as well. And she did a video where she had all that makeup on and pretended to be Nicki Minaj, and the internet went after her and said she was doing blackface. And this was literally while a ton of giant YouTubers that were like of her generation were being outed for pedophilia, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, like really horrific crimes. And she was like, you know what? I'm out. Like she didn't get canceled or anything. Like it was a very small crowd of people that were like, well, if we're gonna do this, we have to go after Jenna Marbles for this one video she did this one time. And Jenna just said, you know what? It's not good for my mental health. I'm out. And she just left. And good for her. Like I miss the living fuck out of her. I think she's half the reason I am who I am today is watching her videos and watching like a hot girl be funny. I was like, oh my God, this is everything. She was just so fucking. I'll never get over her Sarah Palin video, like with the eggs and how she breaks one on accident. It's like, oh Jesus, they'll forgive us. That's an accident. But if you break one on purpose, it's abortion. Like it's she. I just can't get over it. She's so funny. But good on her for valuing her personal, like mental health over fighting for what. Like she made a living. She probably has enough money to be fine. I think she works as like a realtor now or something. Like she does a job just to have something to do and is married and having a good life with Julian. Shane Dawson, thank you, Revolticon. That is the shit I was trying to talk about. Yeah. Yep, that's the one. Jenna Marbles was awesome and she put herself out there so many times, but she knew when to walk exactly ghetto. That's a really good way of putting it. She knew when it was time to back out. Cause what are you fighting? If the internet's gonna go after you, they're gonna go after you. Period. End of story. And you don't really have a choice in it. And it's stupid. It doesn't make it right, but all right. Stream Deck is fucked. Yeah, it's Vissy's 420. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted a reloadable. Fuck yeah. I'll see if Rod's suggestion is live, and if not, we will choose someone new. Oh, they're not live for like an hour. That's fine. There's always someone else live. There's always someone out there over the rainbow. I used to raid random people all the time, but then people started like getting weird about raids and like saying it was abuse or like banning people in my chat because we raided. It was weird. It was a really weird situation. I didn't like it at all. I don't like going in and not being able to just say hi. Like they thought just because there was a lot of us that it was like a bot raid, and I was like, "There's not. Come on now, a bot would be more, bitch. You know." BTTV has so many emotes. And there's so many capabilities. I mean, and honestly, like for all the BTTV is, I actually have a shit ton of open emote spots through Twitch that I just haven't filled. And I've gone through like my backlog. I have like folders, of old emotes that I retired like way back, old emotes. But looking at them, I don't really get like ooh, I miss that feeling at all. I feel like all the ones that were nostalgic or had like a special meaning to anyone in particular, myself included, are in BTTV or otherwise we just kept because they're popular. But I have a lot. Like I have animated emote spots open and I've never had hype emote spots. I think I need to make new like loyalty badges, whatever, because people are beyond what my loyalty limit was at when they were launched. And so now they're just having like generic loyalty badges. There's so many I need to do, but I just never like when I have the time to sit down and try to learn how to make emotes, I do it and I'm so discouraged. I just can never figure out how to it doesn't work. They look like shit. Always. They don't like translate to what I want them to be. Late at night when all the world is peeing, I stay up and shit with you. I need to rest my voice. I'm dying. Procreate came with a new what? With a new animation app. Have you tried it? Is it pretty dope? I love Procreate. Procreate's incredible. If you do upload a BTTV emote, you can make it to where everyone can add to their channels. Oh, I would make it so anybody could use it. I'm not here to make money off emotes. I'm just trying to get them to translate, like, barely. They don't need to look like pro shit, you know? No one rule, don't die. I think I'm doing okay at that. Unless I'm a ghost and we're just all experiencing this weird thing together. I don't want to think about it. Oh, pre-order? Oh, that's the trailer? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me see. You guys know I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to jinx it. Ooh, it's only 2 minutes. We can watch. Wait, what time? We have 2 minutes till 4:20. Oh, Stream Deck isn't working either. Nothing's working. Not nothing, but a really good job of their program in general. Cheers. I was trying to think, there was some sort of software we used, like early college, late high school, that was similar. You could animate something by dragging it around. I can't remember what it was. I want to say lightning something, but I don't think that's what it was. I have no idea. Usually, Lizzie, what I wait is I wait for it to come out, and I wait for, like, the people who do this for a living to make some YouTube video reviewing it, and I watch those. Because they tend to break down all the information about the product. They use it in all the ways I'm probably going to use it, and they're just so much better at translating to me, like, why I'm probably not going to like it or why I really will like it based on what I do. TikTok, YouTube, etc. Yep, Instagram, all those people, they do such a better job than anybody professionally involved with a product anymore, which is sad, but I mean, here we are. I mean, at least I still buy products, it's just never because of a keynote or something. Not that I wouldn't watch a keynote, but it's never. Wow, it's only $20. I mean, that's Procreate's the same way. The original Procreate, it was just a one-time charge. I've never paid anything beyond the one-time charge, which is pretty dope. Considering, like, Adobe is what? I think the Adobe suite is upwards of 800 a year-ish for the license to use it. You don't even fucking own that shit. It's crazy. It's kind of highway robbery. I don't know. On that note, I'm gonna raid my girl Elle Bell, and I'm gonna go take my dogs for a walk because they're wrapped around my feet right now, being very it's time to go. But thank you, for fuck's sake, for hanging out with me, even though I'm a low energy post COVID bitch. I'm so tired. My lungs and my voice hurt real bad, but y'all make it worth getting up in the morning, not to get sappy any fucking ways. Tomorrow's Sunday. Make sure to hail some Satan. Pee after self-loving sex, and anytime you touch your own self, Jennies. And have a good night. Drink water. Have some tea. This is all dying. I'm going to go rest it now. But Elle, that's what's happening. My girl Elba, she was hanging out with us in stream a little bit earlier today, and she's actually playing Baldur's Gate, which we were talking about earlier today, which is dank. She's dank. The world is dank. I'm gonna burp. Or I'm gonna vomit. The world will never know. No, it's gonna be fine. It's fine. Anyways, else super fucking cool. Be kind. Be awesome. Rewind. No, but for real, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll continue the game probably around noon-ish my time, mountain time. And then Monday is my day off, and then we'll be back on Tuesday, and that's it. Whatever. Thank you for that, and thank you for hanging out today. Clean your bong. Take your joy.